As there's going to be more of these, which is exciting. But here we go. VP. They're going to be kicking things off on the T side of Train. SK over on that CT side. Look at the utility that's been brought up. VP, they've gone quite heavy on this. You can see Neo and Pasha both sacrificing the armor to grab some utility. Pasha's got himself a P250 as well. And over on the side of SK, it's only Fallen foregoing the armor so that he can get that diffuse kit and a smoke.
So all we're seeing right now is pretty much VP just setting up in their default. We saw this yesterday in the 14-16, and we saw it as well against Envious as Snax picks up the first one. That's Phelps going down, perhaps a bit too aggressive, overextending himself into the position of Snax, and Snax is not going to let that fly. Picks up the USP as well, and now a big advantage for the Polish guys.
Yeah, man advantage up here for VP. Exactly the start that they would want. coldzera starting to push on up towards A-Main. Just going to be holding over there behind D-Box, has cover. In case they do decide to push out from Pop Dog and VP, they're taking this very slowly now. They found that initial frag and they're not too keen to go and get traded, lose that man advantage. Instead, going to be holding this default, waiting to see if anyone from SK goes aggressive.
So right now what VP are doing, which is incredibly smart, is that they're going towards the Ivy push. They know that they already killed one outside, so they know that coldzera usually holds his position where he holds Pop Dog. Fallen now has to hold T main and Ivy at the same time. That means Fallen has to rotate back and forth from these positions, leaves him very vulnerable, and that's the entry for them. coldzera though will pick up Snax, and now comes the push onto Ivy. coldzera with another one, just holding down the position perfect.
coldzera going to get tagged in the chest there, as you can see in the bottom left, a little iRobot man, but no, Frank's going back and forth. Pasha's the last man left in a 1v3. SK will be able to turn that round on its head, in spite, the best efforts from a VP. They find the man advantage, but then it leads to nothing, after that.
It's always hard. Like, if you go out to outside and coldzera is your stand, he just instantly pops to you, like, straight up 2 kills for coldzera. And then Fallen, of course, focusing on that area, rotating back towards the side where he can hold a more advantageous position with that USPS. He gets 2 frags as well, so it's very hard to win a pistol round if you don't win the individual duels, apart from the first one that gives them the man advantage. So, strat's all in good, but if you can't hit the headshots, then you won't win any rounds. VP investing, I think they invested into a scout here. Yep, it's on the floor right now, so we can't really see it on them. We are in a bit of a pause. We'll jump straight back into the game, no worries. And SMGs for SK.
And our VP, they have armor up on Taz and Pasha. Scout for Pasha they're throwing on over. It was Snax who had it, but he's going to go in with just the Deeg. And for Pasha, he was on fire yesterday. He's got to try and replicate that form once again. SK, of course, their toughest opponent yet. They're going to be waiting down here towards Ivy. It's Bialy and Pasha lying in wait. coldzera is the man on the other side.
Yeah, right now they're playing for aggressive Pop Dog and then Fallen. Quick rotate and ZZ connector. Taco's right now alone on the B bomb side, which is a fairly standard way of playing this anti-eco. You know your opponent's not going to have much utility. They're not going to have much firepower in the weaponry as well, so you can afford to play an early round, be alone. But then when the time comes in and okay, SK Gaming might hit a coordinate strike on B now, then Fur rotates inside. So Taco has the first 45 seconds alone, and then gets help afterwards. Right now, VP still setting up, hasn't really shown all the cards yet. Looks like they're rotating towards Ivy again to go for kind of the same push, but with more emphasis on Ivy instead of T-main and Pop Dog than they did in the pistol round.
Oh, but there's Bialy to open. Down goes coldzera. Man advantage once again up for VP, and this time SK, they've got SMGs to try and answer back. We saw them win it out in pistols. They've got to try and do it once again. Phelps takes the duel with Neo. Doesn't find anything. Shots rallying past from behind, but he keeps his cool, goes in, but he's going to be tagged extremely low. Taz is able to find the frag, and now Fallen with that scout, able to dink Pasha down, goes in for more. He's only got a USP, but somehow Fallen going to come in with 3. Now it is just Neo left. 1v2 in that round will be eluding VP. My throw is not ready for that much excitement early on. Fallen, you're blowing my... I can't say that. Can't say that one. That's the line I can't say.
You're on vacation, you can say pretty much whatever you
Yeah,
want.
but you can't just steal. I didn't even mean to steal a line there. Just it nearly happened regardless. Look at that. Fallen was unreal,
Yeah, that's next level stuff.
People already think for some reason I sound like Machine. I can't just start then taking his lines as well. Here we go anyway, into round number 3. No money for VP into this one. Might have a PT50 up on Neo. Bialy actually with the Deeg as well. So have a little bit to try and work with. Taz has that one flash. The aggression going to come in from Fur.
That's what they're talking about on the desk, these aggressive pushes from Fur. Has really received some criticism for it. Here we go. See if we can make it happen. As he rotates back into the double stack. Picks up one on the way. And just holds the position.
What?
Oh, okay. Bialy with the deagle there.
First going to get removed off the face of the earth, and actually Taco's been tagged low as well. Rotates back into the site. Cold just going to be holding off top. Taz slowly worms down the ladder. He's going to go ahead and join the pile of bodies that resides at the bottom. They managed to put it back into a 3-on-3. Now, VP stacked outside this B-bomb site. They've done decent damage. They're going to start to push on in. Fallen, he's the man to try and keep them at bay. Smoke's going to start to dissipate, and then we should see VP try and commit to this one. There is going to be a man holding it from a distance. That's Taco.
Cold Serious holding a flank behind. So SK Gaming, I'm pretty ready. No, they're not. Neo takes down Fallen. Now Taco has to rotate in with the scout and at least secure one frag. I'll take the timer down, but nope, that won't be the case. 2v3 retake and make that 2v1.
Now it's just Cold.
Yep.
1v3, has 2 flashes to try and work with here. Starts to make his way on in, has to watch out as Neo resides up on that ladder just to the left. He comes over, Cold doesn't see it, really confused, and Neo finds the frag. That's going to be VP. They come so close in those first 2 rounds, and now they make it theirs in round number 3. Money going to be very limited here for SK.
Not really the round we expect VP to get that win in, but make it happen nonetheless. 3-man inside push gets them the victory. And now, 4 rifles, 1 MP45 for VP, while it's a force buy on SK Gaming. Fallen saving a bit of money into the next round so he can get an AWP in the next buy. But it's 3 pistols for the Brazilians. Oh, and there's the use of a pistol for you. Cold Zero takes down Pasha. Easy peasy. And now a 5 versus 4 situation, but still weapons advantage for VP.
SK, they've got and stacked 4 players out in that A-bomb site. They've left Taco to hold the fort over at B. By the way, can I just say, you know, he's playing with mumps right now. Like, he's a tank of a human being. This guy is, like, very ill. Like, and he's just soldiering through because, you know, SK, they've got games to play. They've got a 3rd place to try and secure a spot in the next ESG tour that they want to make theirs. And that's not necessarily where they thought they would end up, but it's what they've got left to play for here. And while Bialy, he's going to try and relegate Fallen down to the grave, which he will. Good night to him. They continue this push out towards A, but Cole's there with the D. Does take 1 before Taz. Quick on the trade. Furs rotating in. Going to take up the position of Coldzera. Going to try and push up through the smoke. Taz is just holding it, playing it perfectly, but Fur wins the duel. Man advantage up for SK now, and Phelps, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place here. One side, Death waits in the form of Neo, on the other it's Snacks, and Neo keeps taking the peeks on in. Snacks has actually bypassed him, so he's been given away on out. If he wants to take it, Neo drops and finds that frag, leaving this all on Taco. 1 versus 2, rotating in through to Connector. Bomb timer ticking away from him here. Player waiting on E-box. That's going to be Neo, but Taco spotted the arm. Goes for the peek. Finds that first frag. Now it's just Snacks left, but Snacks wins it out. And VP, they're going to be in with their 2nd round, albeit by the skin of their teeth. It's already a very close game, Risk.
And look at that from Cold here. He still makes it work. Like, he only has a pistol against the board up T side and still manages to grab 2 kills. Good stuff from him. 2-2, as we discussed earlier. SK Gaming will be saving in this one to buy in the next Fallen with 3K, so he will be on an AWP, or at least have the opportunity of choosing that. Mac 10 on Bialy. Push outside for VP.
He's going to go charging on in. Wants to try and make some cash. Player up above him. USP does not prevail, but it does find decent damage. So he's not looking too healthy now. That confidence that was once bestowed upon him has since vacated. But oh, down goes Phelps. So that's 2 for him now. $1,200 farmed up. Meanwhile, Neo has just been allowed to walk into B. Bomb plant will come in. 3v5. At this point, I don't even think SK are going to bother pushing into this. They don't want to allow, you know, Bialy to make any more money. They want to try and pick him up. They have him isolated over here in main. They're going to try and contend with that. They've got Fur watching it. Coldzera is going to be waiting as well down towards Pop for the trade.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how SK Gaming in the next round, what's going to be the buy round, are going to play the inner bomb side. Because so far, Taco has been alone for most of the time on that bomb side. First, come in with the help a little bit. Sometimes with aggressive pushes, sometimes just after 40 seconds. So very curious to see how they decide to go for it, because if VP finds this out, then they'll start to do explosive rushes towards the bomb site to get that map control and get that bomb down before SK Gaming can even get a kill in. This is an interesting one. Fallen, as I said before, picks up the AWP. Everyone will be on M4s, but limited utility. And Fallen without any grenades. On the other side of things, VP have everything they could ask for. Full utility, 8 OVP and Pasha. And focus on taking map control inside, but Taco's there with an AWP. That's a double AWP setup for you. Fallen outside, Taco inside.
Fallen lies in wait, locking down A main, boosted up here in connector. No one from... How did you take a cheeky swig there, Risk?
Yeah, I'm on vacation. I'm allowed. I'm allowed. It's okay.
Getting, as Parlo would say, getting lit. But
as the young ones say these days.
Here we go. Snacks to be rotating background to grab that bomb. Rejoins the rest of the guys as VP. They're grouped up here. Lining up the smokes and flashes for A. Going to go and get them in. They also have Neo lying in wait down in Pop Dog. He can quickly rotate through to try and assist in this offensive. Fallen, he's the man to keep an eye on as they go rushing in. That smoke lands in front of him. One up on the bomb train to render him useless. Has to reposition. Gonna leave the rest of his team fed to the wolves here as Fallen tries to step up. Lands the quick flick out on a Snacks. Still has more work left to do, but will retreat out the site for the time being. Favors staying alive, keeping that man advantage up. Bomb's been dropped as well. Phelps is on the ladder, takes the peek in, jumps around, and Bialy, he's hit the deck as two. What? But now it's just Pasha left. Sentence didn't make a lot of sense. Pasha, 1v4. Bomb dropped with only 15 seconds left. Just going to have to save the AWP here. Fades out the site. And that's going to be SK to answer back with one more. Immediately so. That was what they had to do. Deny VP building up this this buffer early on. Start to chip away at that economy. And most importantly, build up their own. They would have been eco in the next if they didn't pick this up. So they keep 4 alive. They start to get some money rolling. That's the start they needed.
It actually wasn't a bad execute, but it's very hard to get out to the outside A bomb site if you don't win the opening duels. And as we saw Fallen, he was actually pushed into a position where he had to check 2 different angles at the same time. He locks out and checks the right one and then does the nice flick. And that's one thing you can't really account for when you do an execute. That Fallen can actually hit shots like that. Even though he's under a lot of pressure, he's still going to be able to trade 1-for-1 at least, or maybe even more. And if you can't win these duels going into a bomb site, it's very hard to win the round. And especially also when Taco opens up on the inner bomb side, forces them away from his area. Snacks now, ready for it, if Taco wants to peek. Let's see Snacks here. Very patient. Taco pushed back. This time around it's Phelps to join him inside while Fallen is on the Ivy here. Let's see, we're going to see the run boost or the peek or the bait. Coming out from Bialy, we do see the bait. But Fallen takes the shot and then rotates instantly away. He knows that that is the bait play. Very nice game sense from him.
Taco and Phelps, they're the 2 players over at B, but in the blink of an eye, that peek comes out from Snacks, and Taco's been eliminated early on. Now it's just Phelps here. Going to put more pressure on the guys over on A, but Fallen, he's going to step up when they needed him to. Finds that equalizer. Back into a 4-on-4 we go. That said, gonna lose Fur, tries to rotate in to help out on B. Now Phelps, he's the man who tries to step up, finds that first frag. Neo's gonna hit the deck. The bomb has not been allowed to rotate in just yet. Sight not quite secure in Snacks. Well, he's already found 2, but he's got to make it 3 as Phelps goes around on the flank. coldzera in the meantime going to get rid of Taz. And actually, he's so close to discovering the location of this bomb. Snacks is heard rotating off. Phelps picks him up. Stellar B hold from him. And now it's just Pasha. 1v2 and Cold, quick on the trigger. Makes that one a reality for SK.
And they get to bring both our AWPs into the next round as well, because the last 2 remaining VP players were both on ops, which is kind of hard to win a 1v2 or 2v2 in that scenario. Bring that in, get that on Taco, I imagine, and on Fallen as well. And another buy, SK up 4-3. And VP, as you talked about the economy early on, they will be deciding to go for pistols only in this one, and then buying the next. So let's see if they have anything special. It's just going to be another default for the Polish guys. Actually, a bit of pace. It has Snacks with the bomb towards that inner bomb site. It's Fer and Taco as per usual. This time around, they're stacking 2 players, maybe suspecting an aggressive play towards B, which is the right call. Taco with the AWP, clears upper. That's the bomb gone down as well. And Fer lower. So this is a pretty good setup for SK to hold back this VP team.
And they first have to try and retrieve that bomb. Taco could just lock it down here. Going to miss the opener, and that's going to provide them with the opportunity to retrieve the bomb that was dropped. Going to lose Neo out on A. At this point, their options are fleeting. 3v5. Going to try and head in 3 pop. Fallen holding the angle. They're going to go waltzing on out. It's actually coldzera to find the first, and VP just running back and forth between these sites. Their numbers dwindling down. Now 2v5. Stepping over the fallen body of their comrades over here in B. Ready to push in. Taco. Oh, spots one. Goes in for flick. Damage being inflicted here. Has to get the hell out of there as they start to push on into the site. Has support from Fer. Should be easy to shut this one down. Pashy and hope he doesn't get too much damage done. Forces out the fallen. He arrives. And that's the team ace to come in from SK. Everyone pulling their weight there.
Really nice. Starts to build some economy on that CT side, and as we know, weapons are a bit more expensive on that CT side. You have to buy the kit as well. So nice to see the SK Gaming guys building a bank that can continue on the CT side, continue buying it. You can continue to see these explosive rounds between these 2 teams. Interesting matchup for sure. Passion now with the AWP. Taz lining up the smokes for outside. It's going to be Pasha versus coldzera on the Ivy. Neo trying to make his way down. They are taking 2 players towards Ivy. Once again, it's Bialy and Pasha. Open AK combo. And this is pretty much the default passive one for VP. Holding defensive positions. Snacks trying to sniff out if there's any close range CTs. Him and Taz working as a unit. As they do have Neo pushing towards Pop Dog.
Yeah, they're ready to try and make their way in here. coldzera going to be naded back. Tags him down to 77. Continue this aggression in. Snacks has been allowed to work his way down through Old Hell, and no one's actually too wary of this right now. You can see both Phelps and Fallen in the site have their eyes over on main. Snacks can make such a huge difference from this position. They've got no clue that a player's worked out this far. Now they're out through Ivy as well. Phelps is hidden from it, but the barrel's been spotted. Fallen now turns his attention around, but Snacks, he's the man to open shot. Fallen within the site, lands that quick flick in through the wall onto Neo, goes back for more as Fallen. Now he's onto a second. Keeps peeking around, but it's on top of the train. Taz delivers death. Taco lands the leg, but he's been tanked to 8 HP himself, not looking too healthy here. Finds that first frag. 1v1 now. Taz is 16 HP. Gonna start to work his way around through the smoke. Taco has a vague idea as to what's going on, but Taz clutches that one out. And VP, well, they're going to be in with their 4th round. Look at that shot from Fallen. Immediately takes the re-peek out on it. I think it's onto Pasha. Takes the peek around. Boom. Gets himself a 2nd. Fantastic stuff. He's looking great. You know, that's something that we can take away from this.
Yes. 11-6. Doing quite a good job. Pasha on the other side, the open for VP, 3-6, but still a long way to go on this one, so Pasha still has the opportunity to redeem himself. Once more, smokes go outside. Flashes as well. For VP. And once again, this is a 4-player CT stack towards A in the beginning of the round. And then, I guess in 30 seconds, someone will rotate in. But if VP hit B bomb site before this timing, Taco's going to be all alone. And I think that's going to be the strategy here. No one has rotated in just yet. Taco's still alone. Going to be effectively 1v5 on this bomb site.
Yeah, Taco really has to try and work some magic. Takes the first, that will be it. Pasha and Bialy, they're going to answer back with 2 more, but Phelps, he is hot on their heels, and they've got no idea. Pasha, his spidey senses start tingling, pivots on the spot, picks that frag up, and now it's Fur and Fallen left in this one. 2 versus 4. Bialy might offer some compensation, but nope. Fallen now wants to try and hold on to the orb. Bialy's going to come hunting. Very quickly, though, the hunter becomes the hunted when you're trying to chase game like Fallen. And now 1v3. They still want to try and take this orb out of his hand if they can. Snax goes in with the peek. They know where Fallen is. And look at this VP, like a moth to a flame, going to be drawn in at the sound of that orb. Has to be careful. Pasha's down there. This is that shot. Fallen's allowed to save.
Really good decision making from VP after a couple of rounds, probing around towards that A bomb site, finding out that they usually do have always 3, sometimes 4 players on this bomb site when we hit it. Maybe we should try an early timing towards a B bomb site, and that's the correct call since Taco is playing alone in the first 30 to 40 seconds, and they make that timing work. The question is, will SK Gaming continue to allow this? No, they will not. Coldseer is now pushing up. So they're playing 2 on that B side, and that's why Taz goes out towards A, but they're getting locked down. Fallen and Fur in unison. Picks it up. Snax jumps back. Now, VP. A man down.
Going to be pushing in. Bialy's close, but Phelps is closer as he just waits. Spots that first man. Going to be able to tap away on a Snax. Goes back for more. Was hoping he could have denied the bomb plant there, but wasn't quite able to. Pasha, 2 line up for him, but Fallen's there to refrag. And now it's Bialy 1v3. Spots Fallen on the ladder. Cold coming in from behind. Bialy tagged away. And Cold picks this round up at the end. Solidifies that for SK as they come chiming back in with a 6th. Fallen finding 2, the Catalyst Orb worth its weight in gold for them there. Is there anything that Fallen can't do?
At this point, I actually don't know. He's such a complete player. Play the Orb, do the in-game leader. Very unselfish as well. Always will be the one to throw the flashbang, the timing flashbang to his teammates. Sometimes always the one, or sometimes also the one to go in first, if needed be. Yeah, Fallen just making it work, 14 to 6. But I do like the decision from VP then. They go inside, expose a weakness, and know that SK Gaming are going to instantly try to correct that weakness. While they're doing that, playing 2 on B, then they hit the A bomb site because they believe that, okay, probably going to play 2B now from the beginning. That means that we can play 5v3 in the bomb site. But what they didn't account for was Fallen coming in huge with 2 frags, as we still are waiting to get back into the game after this small pause. The money right now for VP. He's going to allow them to pull out a force buy. Pasha will be on almost full utility, full setup, apart from 2 flashbangs. Snax will have money as well. Neo the same, and Taz and Bialy will probably go for pistols and utility.
I mean, it's a little bit sad to see, right? Because you can tell that Taco doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Normally, you know, he's so, like, smiley, so kind of, you know, excitable. And, I mean, he was, like, singing by the pool a couple of days ago. That was fun to witness. He was trying to go for, like, some opera stuff. He was feeling great. So you kind of see him sat there, and he just doesn't look the same, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't have that same aura about him. I really have to admire the fact that he's still playing. You know, I think there are so many teams that if something like that were to happen, they'd just be like, nope, sorry. Goodbye, 3rd place. Goodbye, ESG. But no, I mean, he really wants to come back, obviously.
He's a soldier.
And, you know, I mean, yeah, SK, one thing that we all know is how determined these guys are. So he's carrying on through. Mad respect his way for that. For those you don't know, was diagnosed with mumps, I think, last night. I had to go to hospital and everything. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's not ideal.
Yeah, and it's not like you have some teams, for example, let's say Astralis. We saw Sonic famously step in, not at the last major, but the major before that. Stepped in as Dupree had his problems with the disease. But it's not like Dead can step in, because Dead isn't a former player from that level. Sonic, of course, did have his pro experience. I don't think Dead has had any experience in the level that SK Gaming are currently playing. So it's hard for them. If, let's say, Taka could not play, who would then step in there? They would have to just forfeit the game. But he is playing, and he's not doing terribly, actually.
He's actually doing pretty good, yeah.
7-7.
You know, not bottom of the board, which is always decent. Actually third right now. 7-7, as you say. But yeah, hopefully this pause can be dealt with sooner rather than later. VP, they had someone drop out.
Yeah, that was Bialy. He got disconnected. And I think he's on his way back. Hey! No analyst desk.
There you go.
There we go.
That's our wonderful, wonderful chairs. But, you know, let's focus on what's at hand right now. As we say, the third place kind of decide a game. Who gets that invite back to the next ESG tour? And on top of all of that, you know, it's also kind of a case of playing for a bit of pride here, right? I mean, neither one of these teams wanted to end up in this situation. You know, I think both of them in their own right thought they could make it to the finals. VP, they acknowledged that they have been playing quite, you know, bad. Pasha, I believe, yesterday was just like, yeah, we've been pretty shit. That's how he described it. Those were his exact words, right? So VP, I think they came into this still hoping they could do well. You know, and after their run early on, how things went, I think they were fully expecting that they could have tried to secure that spot in the finals.
Yes.
And I think they imagined they were going to be up against SK. So in that sense, they weren't wrong. You know, it is VP versus SK, but it's the battle for third place. And crucially, it's the battle for the next ESG event. Right now, 6-5 is the scoreline. Train, of course, that's the map pick of SK, as you probably would expect. Next up, it's Cobblestone. That's going to be map number 2.
Also, one thing we have to think about. SK, if they lose this, of course, they have. What matters to them is if they win. If they don't win, okay, that's not a win. We don't really care too much if it's a group stage or third place. But I have to say, with the way they got eliminated last night, they're probably thinking, okay, we need to show that we can still bring like a decent level of Counter-Strike. So I think they're actually quite motivated to go and do well in this one. VP, on the other hand, they want to show that they still have it. They want to show that they can still beat great teams like SK. So both teams, despite, of course, this only like the share, it's the same prize money for both teams. They, of course, do get the invite, but also feel like there's pride at stake here. Both teams have something to play for that's not just money.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so we got a train ready. Oh, wow, nice to clutch you. It's a nice hat. It's good. I like the message. Can get behind it.
Doing a lot of clutches these days, Harry?
Me? Or
Yeah.
am I? No.
No.
I
actually remember the last time we played you top ranked.
Yeah, it sounds about right. You know.
Always humble.
When you're playing with the late great analyst, you know, risk GG. It's not difficult to beat, but it shouldn't be too much longer left on this. Who is it? It's dropped out. I think it's Neo. No wait, no, Neo's in the server.
It's still Bialy.
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't even realize. Yeah, no, I mean SK. They're looking good right now, 6-5 up. That said, I'm actually quite impressed with VP, I'll be brutally honest with you, right? They've taken 5 rounds. One of those was winning the anti-eco that you imagine would have gone the way of SK.
Yes.
Then they go in and take 3 rifle rounds on the back of that. They've just won 2 more. They've almost pulled it back to 6-6 on their T side on train. I think that's pretty scary if you're SK. It's almost like a VP who, that kind of wheel in the plow has started turning. It's not quite a full throttle yet, but my God,
it's getting there.
They've taken it out of neutral, which is where it was, you know?
That's the one thing with SK or with VP. You always have that fear or that knowledge that they can come back in any game. Even though it doesn't matter how far they go down, they'll always have that chance of coming back.
Well, speaking of coming back, we're back into this. VP, they're going to mow down what they can into this round.
Tass on a Deagle. We saw how much damage he could do in last night's game against Mousesports, on train as well. Crucial round where he picks up 2 frags. On Ivy, I think it was. This time he will be facing SK. And once again, Looks like they're setting up towards this B push. Bialy and Snacks perhaps making some noise here, trying to make SK believe that this is going to be an A push instead. Bialy's actually coming into the back line right now, UMP45, and it's probably the best choice, letting him make the noise here, while the rest of the team with the AKs and a Desert Eagle, ready to push inside. It's going to be Taco and Fur inside, and here we go, Fallen trying to battle Bialy, but Bialy has got a lot of damage here, and 8 HP and Fallen.
Phelps, he's able to open things up. In the meantime, VP, they've gone rushing in to the B bomb site. Pasha going to go ahead and just be unlimited aggression, and Paco will punish him for that. Taco pulls back, Cold steps up, but then Taz comes in with the trade, and Taco's still trying to get more work done here. Taz rerouted into the site, takes himself a second before Taco does manage the trade, and now it's Neo 1v3. Bomb ticking away here. Has to be cautious. They're just going to try and peek into this all together. Phelps wrapping around to his left. He's the main danger right now as he works his way up on top of the trains. Neo takes that peek out. Going to miss that first shot. It's Fallen, but then he falls to Taco, who comes in with a 3K. The man might not be feeling great, but you wouldn't know it based on how he's playing right now. SK going to go 7-5 up. Another defuse. The bomb plant comes in for VP. This round will be a force buy, down to $2,000.
Yeah, it's such a hard clutch to win as well for Neo in that situation, because you cannot isolate the 3 individual 1v1s as you would want in a round like that. They are pushing at the same time. The only thing you can really do is basically try and check the angles and hope that the second you flick over to an angle, that's where they're going to push, and just keep checking the different angles, which was what he did. And then when they came close enough that he could maybe have some kind of sense or audio tell that they were pushing him, he just changed position. But yeah, a little bit of a survey issue, but surely we'll be straight back into the game. And as you said, VP, 3,300 on the richest one. That's Taz. And he'll be maybe buying a Desert Eagle once again. All right, we have a power outage. And I think it's in the VP house, since SK are still at their PCs. VP just stepped away. And yeah, we will not, since we're in the casting booth, but the production crew and all the crew here in Mykonos will be working hard to get that back for you as soon as possible. You're just staring into the void right now.
Yeah, just giving everyone a few brief moments of silence. I think, everyone would appreciate it. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes silence says it all. Right? We don't need to narrate everything. Narration isn't, in fact, even what we should be doing. So
that's bold words coming from a play-by-play commentator.
While we are in the pause, check out both the Virtus.pro and SK interviews.
Well, I tell you what, I would love to hear how VP and SK are feeling. If only there was some way that we could,
Oh, I would love that as well.
I'm sure that'd be a great way of passing the time, wouldn't it, Niels?
Maybe. Do you think maybe we have a small video prepared? Of course we do. That's what we do here. So let's see what the teams are thinking.
I think that 2017 is a hard year for us. Some might think that it's a very bad year for us, but on the other hand, we already won an event, a big event. We already took second place and third to fourth in the major, which means that we can play to the highest level still, but I think that we lost something in a team, maybe because of too many changes, maybe of, the idea of getting better struck us in a hard way, and we just need to get back to ourselves. I don't think that it's as big issue as everyone thinks, but it's an issue and we need to solve it.
2017, to be honest, it's shittest year in our careers, to be honest, because everyone knows we have a good start. We are up, we are down, we are up, we are down, and this year we start up. We go down, we go down, we go down, and still we are we are down. So we will be fighting for being the top again. This is the most important thing of end of the year.
It's kind of really hard for me to tell, since we have never changed the lineup, how it looks like when you take a new player. But from what I've seen, it's like everything seems so nice and fresh at the start, but after a while, every team has problems, and that's typical because it's a team game and you got to work with other guys. And since we know we can be good with that lineup, we know we can just set things straight and work things out within that lineup. So we just try different roles within the team, changing the in-game leader. That changes so much, and that just it's a thing we do.
Before in our career, we have been in a lot of places like this, so that atmosphere we like it most. We love it. Chill, playing, you know, beers, dancing, everything. So 100% focus on game and vacation.
Focus on game and vacation, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Still a bit of a break here, of course. That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes power just goes out. It's not in the player villa as it was yesterday. I think it's somewhere else, maybe near production, because the server did crash.
Yeah, you know, that's never good. But it was actually a really interesting interview, like kind of segment earlier on the desk. I don't know if you caught it. It was with SK. Did you manage to watch any of that?
No, I was in here fixing IPs for the server.
Well,
so
it's kind of bad. If only there was a way that we could go back in time and rewatch it. Oh, wait.
Wait,
We've actually got that lined up for you right now.
I think it's Counter-Strike with some holiday. I really like it to play at CS Summit, and coming to play this tournament feels really special to us, at least, because every tournament that we play is the same. Same hotels, cities, and venues. So when you go to a tournament like this, we feel really good. We feel really relaxed. And of course, CS is the first thing that we came to do here. We want to lift the trophy, but also being in an amazing place, in an amazing hotel, amazing resort, with amazing people, makes things better.
Adjusting to Phelps was very difficult at the beginning, and mainly because of the fact that we wanted to adjust ourselves to his gameplay as well. And we tried that in the first couple of tournaments. It went very good. First one, we almost won Las Vegas tournament, but then we lost very badly on the second and third one. And after that, we decided that we need to go back to what we think and how we want to play Counter-Strike, because it was working way better before those tournaments. Then it was more about Phelps trying to adjust himself to the gameplay we wanted him to do. And I think this worked pretty well. After CS Summit, we won that tournament and 3 more after that. And the major, I think we were a little bit burnt out, too many tournaments in a row. We should have prepared ourselves a little bit better, but it's tough to prepare better when we're playing 4 weeks for tournaments. So there was a little, I think we could have done something a little better, but when we're winning, sometimes you just don't see that something is necessary. And after you lose, you can understand it and you can see it in a different way, but at the time we think it was pretty okay. And right now, with the defeats we have suffered, I think it's pretty okay still. We lost to Australia on the majors and we lost to G2 on the last tournament, but it felt that we had the match in our hands and we just had to let it slip away. And if you talk about SK and G2, if we went to that position, it's a good sign already, because we have been struggling to beat them, and the fact that we have the match in our hands is a good sign already.
So the beginning was hard to believe, so it's pretty new for me. So it's my first time to play professional. No, I never think about it, so I just make happen and I don't know, give my best. My favorite memory, probably won the first major. The first major for us is so impactful because we always lose in the finals, so win a major for us is magnificent.
The words from SK getting in themselves. This is really getting to me. Apparently, we have found out that it was not a power outage. It's kind of like a mystery being solved in the making.
Yeah, apparently the internet just like went out in the player area. All the players are back in. We should be going live soon, apparently. So
see if I can retry, because I got disconnected as well. Let's see if the magic works.
It's gotten to the point now where like we've run out of water. You know, it's tricky. But yeah, no, I mean, we're going to be getting back into this one, of course, is the decider for who takes third place. That's between VP and SK, as well as that, perhaps most importantly, as well as playing for kind of the prestige, the honor to say that they beat out one of these other teams. It's also who gets invited back to the next ESG tour. And, you know, I mean, you know, based on how this one's going, I'm very excited to see how, you know, where the location is for the next event. Yeah. I mean, I've heard some rumors, nothing leakable though.
Of course. But yeah, from what I've heard, I haven't actually heard anything, but from what I can understand about the brand is that they want to continue to do like special occasions, because usually always at a CSGO event we have like a convention center, the players live in a hotel nearby, and that's kind of it. But this is, of course, a different experience. And I think it's nice to see someone try a new brand, a new concept. So hopefully this brand can continue and we can get to see more beautiful places like Mykonos at CSGO tournaments. So we're back into the server now. 7-5 for SK Gaming. And hopefully we can bring some hype back into this as VP. Equipped with pistols and utility for this one. SK Gaming full buy. We are lining up. So this is going to be the outside smoke strat. Wall of smokes. The goal here is to get that bomb planted. That's the main goal for VP in this round. Let's see if they can make that happen. Everything falls into play.
They're going to go barreling on out in towards A. Phelps is the man holding it close. They're going to try pushing through. He's going to be just rubbing shoulders with Snacks, and Snacks will be able to win that one out. Fur tries to do damage, going to have to fall back, and as a result, Fallen steps up. Finds one. Colt, he's going to fall to Taz as Neo goes and takes another. Fallen going to hop in with a PT-50 off his own. Only takes one though, and Taco left 1v3, makes it a 1v2. And the man is feeling a little bit under the weather here for SK. He's the linchpin in this round, and Pasha, you know, just pry it straight open. VP in with their 6th.
So the goal was to get the bomb down, but they got the round as well. Lots of pistol frags coming in there. CZ 75 proving to be very effective medium to close range. This will allow VP to get the money for another buy up on SK side of things. So this will be a force buy. 2 UMPs with utility, an AWP on Fallen, a singular smoke behind it, and Cold Sierra with nothing but a Desert Eagle and armor. Actually lining up. As his team is setting up in their default. This could be another quick play outside. Snacks holding back with the bomb as Phelps is here in Pop Dog, ready for the incoming SK team if they decide, or the incoming VP team if they decide to go his way. Taco once more, alone on the B bomb site, first rotating now. That's the timing, as mentioned earlier in this cast. It seems like VP have a good idea of how to do this, as now Fur has rotated in towards B, setting up for the A play.
Phelps lies in wait. Oh, he's not handled that. He's gone again. Not going to be coming down just yet. They realize that there is a man lying in wait, and that's delayed this push quite substantially. Instead, now they're going to look to try and change their sights. Flash down once again. 3 players making their way over here towards B. But the presence of one man alone, as Phelps over in Pop, could have made all the difference here. Start to rotate around Phelps. Here's the players making their way in towards B. Near's up and rafters. It's going to fall to Taco, and now Fur does land some damage down range. Keeps peeking into this, but Taz actually picks him up there. Down goes Taco as well in this B bomb site. Has come crushing down around them. Bomb plant comes in for VP. And now it's SK. On the clock, damage done to Taz. Fallen lands that shot on the second time around, but it Snacks flanking round from behind that could make such a huge difference here. Fallen, he's read this though, going to be holding the angle. Now he's in with 2, and Phelps takes the peak. Pasha left 1 versus 2. Has to try and clutch this one out, starts to make his way down ramp. They tap on the defuse. Phelps is holding the wrong angle, and Pasha's going to play this perfectly. Pasha finds the first. And now Phelps, the only man left, gets the frag, but Pasha's already won them the round. And there we go, VP 7-7, looking fantastic right now.
Really nice from VP that time around. They were battling the guy down towards Pop Dog. Okay, they find out we can't go that way. So what they do is that they fake the A play, 3 smokes and 2 players pushing out. And as that happens, 2 players are allowed to push up a B to get some map control. The first one goes down, but by that time, it's already too late because then they're pushing down lower. It's going to be effectively 4v2 on that bomb side because, or 3v2 on that bomb side because Snax is doing the long flank. And nice play again in the end. Pasha, everyone expects him to be up with that Molotov or just an AWP in general. And he goes for the lower peak. Mind games. Another force buy for SK as we reach the last round of the first half. Or mixed buy, I should say. C-Set 75, UMP, and AWP on Fallen. Double AWP T-side setup for VP. Pasha and Snax.
Phelps once again is holding this aggressive Pop Dog angle, going to deny the push in from them. In the meantime, VP, they've sent Bialy and Pasha over here towards Ivy. Fallen does lie in wait on the other side of the smoke. He's going to go ahead and flash through, keeps them away just that little bit longer. Succeeds in keeping VP at bay for the time being. Well, speaking of bay, Fallen within this A bomb site, about to take the peek out onto Pasha. Rounding the corner, Fallen looks away, takes the peek in. Pasha comes up trumps, and now Cold tries to get the trade, but the smoke rains in. And that's going to keep him away. The bomb's still waiting over here at B. 3 players stacked up there, and still with Phelps in this hold in Pop. Could deny everything. They bait out the shots. They know that he's there. Tag him away. He now finds himself trapped between a rock and a hard place, and Taz takes the fight to him. A 7-6-2 to the cranium. Knocks Phelps out of this round. Bialy's already on aggressive. Whoop. Good night to Fur. Taco and Cold there, who remain for SK. Taco does take one. Cold started to worm his way in. Bomb working against them here. Taking on down. Taco does have a defuse kit. But it looks like they're already considering the save here. Oh, wait, last round of the half. That doesn't make sense. Cold pushing on in. Down he goes. Snax and Pasha pick this round up. And that is going to be VP in with their 8th.
This is, of course, being the map choice of VP.
I tell you what,
a 1-round lead.
Little delays like just really throw me off with what round it is, because it feels like, you know, we've had like the little halftime break.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to make excuses. It was just bad.
I still like you, Harry. Don't worry.
Thank you. At least someone does.
At least someone does. But yeah, as I mentioned, like this is probably going to be incredibly close on all 3 maps because we have Train as the map choice of VP. Both teams are pretty good on that. We have the qualities of a Fallen on this map, and we already see him 18-9. We see how good he can be with the AWP on this. Then next up, we have Cobblestone, which is, of course, the map choice of SK. VP also pretty good on that. Not their best one, but also decent. And then the third one, Inferno, a map that hasn't really found a master yet, as we do have maps in the map pool that certain teams are the best in the world on. Inferno, one of these that hasn't really found a team to conquer. No one is really the champion of Inferno yet, in my opinion. So it's going to be an interesting best of 3, and already now, only 1 round separating these 2 teams. Molotov, 2 flashbangs from Fallen, arm on the rest. Smoke kit on Snax, as we usually see it. So interested to see what Fallen wants to do here. This could be an explosive play since no smokes are in place, and it's going to be just that.
Going to come rushing in. SK trying to start this round as they mean to go on. Lots of momentum behind them, but already they've grind to a halt. VP, they've rotated 2 players on round from A. They're going to stick them back, and now the push comes in from SK, charging into the site. Taz able to find 1, but now he's fighting for his life, and somehow he's doing a good job of it. Takes himself 2 before the trade comes in. Bialy holding it close. Phelps finds the frag, and now it is just Pasha. Papa Biceps left in the 1v2. Spots out Phelps. Bomb hasn't gone down just yet for SK. Sees the man up on rafters. Shots raining in from all sides. Has to be careful here. Just going to try and isolate this last player. Find the frag if they can. Push on into it, and Cold picks that one up.
This was such a nice pistol round from SK Gaming. So what they did was, initially it just looked like a quick push B. They show 1 player, and then show, okay, we're probably going to do some kind of execute B, instead of just lining up the smokes, because that was what the CTs were waiting for. They didn't do the full rotate from that. They still had 2 players in connector ready to rotate in if the smokes came in. So they pushed in double flashbang and then Molotov towards connector. That means 2 of the players rotating in from the connector could either decide to go through the Molotov and take the duel, or just wait. Really nice play coming out of SK. The Molotov missed a bit, but the general idea was there, did do some damage. And once again, it's going to be scout for Pasha, pistols for the rest on VP, and they're just pushing in again. If it works.
Pushing into B.
Don't fix it.
Taz is in the site. He's going to fall to Fur. Gold now pounces from this flank in from behind. Cuts off those rotations. I know he's there. I want to try and find this frag if they can, but Bialy not going to be afforded it. Cold. No sign of going down. Pasha and Neo, that's all that's left. And they're going to look to try and save. It will be SK to retake the lead in this one. 9-8 in their favor, and they've still got another round after this that you hope they'd be able to pick up to take it to a 10-8 scoreline.
That is the case. Pasha not receiving any damage, and neither did Neo in this one. Trying to find some practice around it's dying out, but not really succeed in that. SK Gaming go up after, let's just say, not a perfect first half for them. They definitely felt like they could have done more in that first half, but was not the case. And a step up. On the T side, we know how structured they are on these T sides. We know how much thought they put into it. And these strategies, these timings, all conceived in the mind of Fallen with the help of his teammates. Lining up smokes outside. Knowing they're going to be up against pistols. Going to use your utility. Use the long range of the AKs, and that's the perfect plan here. I don't see this failing.
Yeah, rushing in to the A-bomb site. Charge on through. Snacks is there. Good night, sweet prince. He'll hit the deck. Bomb plant comes through for Phelps. There is still a man in the site. That's Bialy, but hiding in the smokes. Won't be able to get anything done. This round, just a mop up, you'd expect Neo to take 1. Actually, that was a rifle he dropped as well, so could still do more damage from here.
As long as SK picks up this rifle for one of the UMP-45s, it doesn't matter that much. Neo goes down, and now Taz all alone. Probably not going to peek too much into this. See if he can get an exit. Oh, nice shot onto Cole. But no one else is going to be peeking. 2 AK saved. Taz gets out with a UMP-45. 10-8 will be the scoreline.
I think an AK got blown his way at the end there, but he didn't see it.
He didn't get it.
Went past him.
So, Harry, it's 10-8. We have the double op T side coming out for SK Gaming. Cold and Fallen both with 1. No op on the CT side. Taz the only one with full utility and a kit. Do you think VP can actually hold this, or is SK Gaming, are there executes, are there too much for them? This is usually me who gets those kind of questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't this your job? I mean, like,
yeah,
the double op set up on T side's interesting. Cold and Fallen going to be picking them up as you'd expect, but it's not going to be ideal to try and find the entries out on some of these closer range angles, such as over towards B, especially when you look at the positions that are being played. Neo in connector, he's the man I think that could get found early through one of these AWPs. Seeing as he's playing that connector angle, they don't have one on the side of VP, as you correctly said. And then SK, they're going to be stacked up over here towards B. Bombs there. Fur's holding the push up through Pop Dog.
Another thing is that VP have already spent all their utility, almost all their utility, as the final nade goes out from Taz. No utility left. 50 seconds to go. 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and a Molotov on SK Game. It's just going to be very hard when they decide to execute. I think it's going to be on the B bomb site. Taz is ready, but he only has a UMP-45. Does get the first one. Bomb is now down. Neo with another one onto Fur. Taz not continuing. Fallen close range AWP. 3v4. Still doable for VP here.
Oh, Fallen. He's fallen. And now Cold Zera. Here in Halls has support from Phelps, who's rotated in. Neo going to go ahead and present himself up to Cold. Phelps rotated out in the meantime. Bialy somehow finds that. Pasha jumps up into the crosshair of Cold Zera. They want to try and hunt this frag down. With only 7 seconds left, there's no way for Cold to get back into this round. He has to try and hold on to the AWP if he can. VP. Counter-terrorists win. I'm going to send one man up here. It's Pasha to bait that out. Had the crossfire as well over from PopDog, but it doesn't lead to anything. He keeps the AWP into this round. They've got money, so they can invest here.
Sometimes weapons advantage and utility advantage doesn't always translate into a round win, especially not when the players from VP step up individually and win those duels. Actually, one thing that I kind of wanted to see was Phelpsy tried to go down lower with the flashbang timing. Bialy was actually flashed, but his spray while flashed was perfect. So, like, Phelps just died off to a fully flashed CT player. That's never nice. But it's one of these things that you look back on and you think, ah, that wasn't perfect. Could have done better. 10-9. Pie coming in for both sides, but bank is slowly diminishing for most of the SK players, as we do have 2 players on VP also on effectively 0 money. It's going to be an important one. Round number 20. Cold Zero trying to make it work. Aggressive AWP play will not come to fruition. Down to 42 HP. And gets nothing for it.
Pasha's just holding the angle. Fallen, who now isn't looking too healthy, been tagged to 24 HP. Gonna rotate back on round, grabs that bomb. Now starts to line up some smokes into the A-bomb site. Cold able to find one in the meantime. That's Neo to go down, and he's just able to B-hop the hell out of there. Damage is done onto him in the meantime. Look at this from Foe, he's pushed all the way out. Has to be careful because Pasha is holding the fort, walks around. Pasha misses the shot. The trade had to come through there because now it's a 2-man advantage for SK. In the site, Bialy and Pasha trying to keep SK away from their precious A-bomb site. Time ticking down here, and SK lining up outside of A, ready to head into this one. Phelps and Ivy. 3 players starting to rear their heads from main. Now the push out from PopDog. Pasha takes this initial peek. Now he has to be careful because Phelps has already passed on by, but he's holding the angle. Doesn't lead to anything. And Fur opens up. Pasha's fed Bialy to the wolves, and now it's just him and Taz remaining. Not really left with an option but to save into this round. Unless they get given a foot in the door, Pasha instead going to have the door just slammed onto him as he gets locked out this round. That's going to be SK in with their 11th.
Yeah, that's a very hard round for VP to play because they were effective, or they were in a 3v5 scenario, but instead of just playing together like a team and focusing on maybe playing retake if they go to the opposite side, they isolate Bialy on the bomb site. Pasha can't really help him out. Taz is on the opposite bomb side. There's no way he can help out. And Bialy's pretty much dead because he can just get peeked from 2 different angles, so he's just sitting there waiting to die, basically.
Just like me.
Wow. That was dark, Harry.
Yeah, well, you know, I figured everything here has been nice and bright, and I would you know envelop everything in a shroud of darkness.
Okay then.
And speaking of exactly that, the man who's been so good at enveloping these sites in his shroud of darkness, that's definitely going to be Fallen and Cold. They've been the 2 driving forces behind SK in a lot of these. You can see they've not got enough of the double AWP set up this time. They're kind of the topic of conversation in that regard. Cold Zera, he's the man on the AWP. Interesting enough, they've foregone that on Fallen, who's currently residing on that Galil. Molotov off to hold back any aggression from VP over here at B. Pasha, he's carrying the Catalyst AWP into this round. Taz picked up one as well. So double AWPs for Virtus.pro, hoping that they can be the catalysts in this round.
Right. Also the 2 saved weapons from the last round, and VP deciding to buy what they can around it. Not a lot of utility here. Basically, Pasha's loadout, and then snacks with the smoke and a flashbang. So if SK Gaming just wait out the clock and execute with 30 seconds to go, they'll have an advantage in this one. Bialy. not going to have the duel here. Rotates away. And as I said, like, right now they're just waiting and setting up for this execute.
Pash is holding down the push out through A main. Fallen. Looking like he wants to try his hand at getting the entry here. Lies in wait, throws out that initial barrage utility, and it looks like it's all going to be a fake as now they start to rotate around over here to B. They grab themselves the bomb, and now they're ready to go. Keeps these players that are on A from rotating. Piali, he's the man who can be fast, into the back line. Well, now we look at Neo and Taz to hold down the site. Piali has fallen in through pop. That diverts Pash's attention back round, and Phelps will fall as a result. They've started to rotate off B, and this situation's been read horribly wrong. Good night to Neo as he hits the deck. Aggression comes in from Taco, who goes back for a little bit more. Does tag away at Taz. Snacks looking hesitant as whether or not he wants to start to push up through Pop Dog. The save call's already come on in for VP, and that's SK Gaming on to their 12th.
I feel like they're playing this T side very well. SK making a lot of timings, the correct timing calls, especially in this one where you can kind of assume that VP are not economically well set. So they just try and wait out the time. So when they eventually execute onto a bomb site, VP are not going to have much utility to stop them. They'll have to stop them with the firepower that they have, and that was not enough in this round. Snacks, Taz, and Pasha, all three of them forced to save. 4 weapons brought into the next round as well for SK. And Taco even taking down Pasha in the end, so economical damage inflicted by SK, and they're up 12-9. And look at the money on VP right now. 2K on almost every single player. Could force up around this, but I don't really see them doing that. They do have a couple C sets, but that's all. Snacks and Pasha have to be the heroes of this one. And that's why Fallen is staying on his skill. Flash comes out. And that was for Cold Zero. We're not following him right now. Of course, we're still with Taco here as he tries to get stuff done. Cold Zero tried to go for the opening peek with a flashbang timing from Fallen. Did not work out. No one really peeking him. Oh, actually, he did do damage, but didn't get a kill. That's a great way to say it. Violi goes down to Fur. Nice down. Getting close to that A bomb site. Pasha doing good work on the side, though. Taking down Fur.
Phelps has already wrapped all the way around through CT, though, and this could be massive for SK. Taco could easily shut this down. Man to his right, going to be Neo as he bids him a good night. 3-on-3, all equal. Phelps, as we said earlier, he's the man to keep an eye on. Down goes Snacks. Pasha's short to follow, and Neo left in a 1v3. Not much he can do here. Going to be Molotov'd on back. They can't afford to buy into the next round. Could look to try and go for this. Would yield them that much more utility if he keeps the AK up. But if he's given some leeway into this round, then maybe we'll see him try to commit to something. The second Molotov rains in. They hear the impact. They know exactly where he is. And that is the call for Neo to go ahead and get the hell out of there. 13-9. SK starting to take this lead and widen that gap.
Yeah, that's the kind of mentality you gotta have in a 1v3. Always keep in your mind that if you get that one first frag, a 1v2 is still winnable. But the second you're forced out and you can hear the clock going down and you know the timing and you can't get that opening, just get away. There's no reason to push in and lose your weapon if there's no chance of you winning the round. And it's of course a bad round for VP, but Neo plays that perfectly, even though the situation is bad. 13-9 though. Something that isn't bad is the T side of SK here on Train. Actually, they got the bomb down in every round apart from the pistol. Actually, take that back. That was one round, won by time from the CTs. That was the only one they've gotten so far. So 5 bomb plants out of 7 rounds, and 6 of them are wins for SK. Nice spray from Neo. Flashbang. Flashbanged. SK bounce back, tack on Fur. Both of them moved on.
Continuing this aggression in. Taz does manage to drop out Cold Zera. So now we're into that 3-on-3. Bomb, though, hasn't been picked up just yet. It was dropped. Just moments to go. My Taz on this peak on out. It's going to be retrieved. As Fur grabs that. Taz has pushed right through the smoke. They shouldn't see this one coming. Timing allows Fur to pick that up. Thankfully, saves the life of Fallen. And that's why now we're back into this 2-on-2. Neo's on the bomb train. Fallen's holding it down, but Neo comes walking out, gives him that frag. Bialy left in a 1 versus 2. And Fallen reads it perfectly, takes the peak wide, comes in, solidifies that 14th round for SK.
SK looking back on track, they're looking confident. This is the map choice of VP. Afterwards we have Cobblestone, which has been DESK for some time. And it's up to VP to bounce back mentally, because right now they're looking a bit deflated. Neo going for the Catalyst Orb, the rest of the team around 2k. Risky buys, risky times for VP, as they're about to take themselves further down as SK Gaming. 1 for 1 though, Neo bounces back with that orb. Not another one for him, and that's a round gone. 15, Harry. SK about to grab map 1.
Yeah, I mean, SK are looking really good. VP, it was looking promising heading into this second half, you know. I thought things would have been closer. But at the end of the day, SK, they've really bought the fight in this second half. There's no denying that. Their T-side has been insane. And we've seen a bit of a trend, really, with a lot of the teams here doing better on T-side train.
Yes.
So now VP double up, set up to try and finish this off and keep them in this. Gonna be seeing Snacks and Pasha pick these up. Snacks is able to find the first. That's called Zera to hit the deck. And now in response to this, SK...
Taz is alone on B side.
Head over to B. Taz. In the 1 versus 4. Cheeky hiccup there. Has to try and hold down the fort.
Neo has rotated in now.
He's got support, and then also when you look at it, players with orbs waiting in connector. Taz peeks on out, only manages to get 1. Fallen has somehow pulled this back. As him and Phelps try to secure the site. Fallen peeks wide. Bialy's gone down. Fallen misses the flick, and now it's Phelps left in a 1v2. Has himself the bomb on his back. Turns it into the 1v1. And Snacks, this man used to be able to clutch anything. This 1v1 would keep VP in this map. Phelps takes the aggression. He's only on 9 HP. It takes 1 shot from a USP to drop him out. Snacks peeks wide, but somehow Phelps makes it happen. And SK, they'll win this one out. 16-9. They will take train. That was absolutely insane from those boys. That was fantastic.
Definitely. SK Gaming just looking powerful on that T-side. T-side looked like a team that couldn't lose, to be honest. They lost one round on that T-side and powered through the rest of it and looked so...
We're just going to ask nicely.
Okay, now we know.
That was good. Nice start.
So this is the default, or one of the defaults that SK have on this pistol round. Pretty much setting up for a B play. What they've done so far is taken drop room control, which is very important. One of the main contesting areas on this Cobblestone map. And very hard to hold is the CT as well, because sometimes you just got to rotate back and make sure that you don't die in the initial duel and just call the information that they have pushed drop room, they have that control. Pasha picks up the first one. Taco trying to do damage, and then Phelps jumps in, gets a frag. Bialy behind the wall here as Neo rotates in towards the side. So let's see. No utility left, and right now they're boosting back out. SK Gaming looking to go back, at least Cold Series. Bomb's now rotating on the back of Taco. And they are rotating everyone back here from drop room. And that's what you can do one of these things with drop room control. You can have so much dynamic in your motion, but they will push out again, and that's probably not the great choice, because Neo's here, Taz is here, Bialy behind the wall, and that's it. Execution. Bialy, they had no idea he was there. Picks up the double kill, and, well, that execution pretty much fell apart from SK.
Yeah, did not go to plan whatsoever. They're going to be force buying down what they can in this one. Pistol and armor looks to be the order of the day, as you would expect. Going to be grabbing some utility to use behind it. Fallen actually sacrifices the armor in its entirety to get a full belt of utility. That's interesting. And when we look over at VP, you can see that Pasha, he's on the Mag 7. He's quite known for using the Mag 7 on this map, I would say. He used to play it down in drop, but now we've seen the tendency for him to play it over by Broken Wall, which is where I imagine he's heading now. Snacks, peeks long, discovers that there are players there, has to go ahead and fall back, smokes it off, plays it passive. There's Pasha, he's not by Broken Wall, instead he smoked it off and he's gone ahead and played close to the smoke.
While this is happening, SK Gaming are set up towards A. 4 players in T mid, while Taco is pretty much just baiting out long B. And if you see someone cross, he's just going to try and take the shot, try and make some noise. So he'll make all the B players stay on their bomb site and trying to help his teammates have a better chance of opening up that opposite bomb site over on A, which currently has Snacks to show early on with the MP9, and then Taz with the M4 silenced, watching over long and mid. Let's see here, execution, what's it going to look like? Double flash from Fallen, one from Taco. Snacks with the first one, Phelps goes down.
Pushing out through mid, Bialy tries to wreak some havoc. He's going to be smoked off from Connector, but Snacks is still holding over here at long. You've also got Taz in the site with the M4, rotated round is Bialy up in Heaven. Heaven, balcony, makes his way into the site. This man may as well be Heaven sent at this point, but actually relegated to the grave as Fur finds out. Fragnio's holding close, the MP9 rattles away, but doesn't keep them at bay. As it's Taz on the site, takes one more, keeps up that good fight. Taco's rotated in, 3 players along, but somewhere down the line, it's all gone so wrong. Taz keeps peeking out, finding frags left and right. Pushing on in, Fallen and Taco. Fallen's actually bypassed that defense completely. Taco's able to find one, make it 2 as he doubles down. Pasha's gonna fall, the flick comes in from Taco. And that was absolutely insane from him. SK, they're gonna go ahead and take that round against overwhelming odds. One man, the man who, I mean, you know, now we're going to be seeing a bit of a smile going on, but up until now, you know, the bumps get into him. He's looking invaluable. That was fantastic.
Yeah. That was absolutely bonkers coming out of Taco. Triple kill from him. Desert Eagle, all headshots, of course. Forcing Virtus.pro into the pistol force. And armor. And a bit of utility. 2 flashbangs and a smoke on that CT side, and Fallen set up for the fake. He's spending some utility here on that B bomb site as they are rotating back to take the battle towards mid. Phelps really helping at selling this fake as Fur pushes in towards mid, and now it's going to be really hard for Virtus.pro to get anything done. Snacks tries his best with the Desert Eagle, does some damage as well, takes one down and damage onto Taco.
He's allowed to keep them away. Taco's pushing up through long. Snacks tries to hold down the fort, but he's going to get tagged away. Taco picks that up, and now it is Bialy left. 1v4. Down in mid, starts to sneak on up. Players peek into him. Coldzera is going to go down as a result. Tries to grab himself the AK, but Taco picks that up no problem. I think he's yeah, top of the board right now. 5-1, looking good.
So, 2 AKs and a UMP-45 brought into the next round for SK. VP. Snacks will have some economy. Maybe he can drop a few P250s to get a Desert Eagle going. He wants to bring an AWP into the next round. Oh, he is going to go for... Look at that, max 7. See if he can make some damage with this weapon. Phelps coming in close range, taking him out. Going for the next one, Phelps. Is he going to get? Yes, he will. Taz now also goes down. Push comes in from VP, or from SK.
Yeah, the retake not going to come through. Bomb only just goes down. It's 2 players left, Pasha and Neo. Neo has a P250, holding it close. Could hope to maybe get one, especially as Phelps starts to push on in. But that's really best case. Don't see him getting too much more than that done. The stream of bullets rains through the door. Doesn't really want to stand there anymore.
Oh, off-screen Pasha just got robbed. He was in the back of Pasha for like 15 seconds, and then when he edges close to him, not going for the knife, just getting closer, Pasha just turns around randomly and gets him in the head. SK Gaming another round on the board. And Snacks with that max 7 buy. Last round decided not to go for an AWP this time. As we see here, Phelps and his ruin of the long stack from Snacks and Taz takes both of them down. Nice play coming out. Phelps was picked up from Immortals some time back. That's been the point of discussion for many an SK fan. Set up towards B. Utility being thrown over. A ton of smokes. Flashes coming over now. This means that the execute will be coming in.
Yeah, they're going to push through, but they haven't accounted for Pasha, who does manage to take one. Neo's on the site, playing it around the fountain. Goes into the peak, flashed away. Neo lines up a couple more. coldzera does manage to trade, but the man advantage still in favor of VP. And now, SK, they've made their way into the site. There's two players waiting over by doors to come barreling in. It's Snacks on the flank that could make such a huge difference, but Bialy, he's the man to open up. coldzera left in a 1v3, starts to push up short. Bomb in control of VP. He's bypassed them completely here. Down over towards drop. Snacks has control of the bomb. But VP just holding passive. Taz going to be holding the angle. He's primed perfectly to shut down coldzera if he goes for this peak, which he will. VP, they come answering back with another round. Get themselves their second. All five frags as well. Keep 3 alive. Start to build up that CT side economy and significantly weaken SKs.
Going for the open Fallen there. T-side setup, almost perfect. Fallen missing 2 grenades. But otherwise, full setup for them. Some money in the bank as well, but both Fallen and coldzera being on $0 after buy. Virtus.pro missing utility as well. And 2 of them forced down on low money also. So this is pretty important round. Whoever loses this will probably be on a force buy. And once again, positions towards that B bomb side, towards that B long. Pasha sprays through, gets a double. Fermentus back, and now trying to make his way in towards the bomb site. But his team has rotated a bit back, leaving him isolated. And he had the bomb as well. So now the bomb is down. CTs know exactly where it is.
Fallen spots those chickens running away. They've given him the hint. They know the man's in the corner. Of course, they're working for him. Takes the peek out. Fallen finds that first. 3 players left alive. The flank comes in from Snacks, and there we go. VP in with their third. 3-3 now, all tied up. Don't manage to save the AWP. It was a bit of a peculiar choice to leave the man out on plat alone with the bomb. I think that was further. It went down at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe a bit of miscommunication there, because we don't usually see SK Gaming make that mistake. They always play very well as a unit, very good at playing together as a team, not going out one by one. That's one of their strengths, I would say. A lot of Counter-Strike teams kind of forget that rule from time to time. Once again, focusing on long this time. Taco is trying to run out with the Desert Eagle. Let's see if he can make something happen on the other side of the map. Phelps takes one down. Taco takes down Pasha. Phelps goes down instantly afterwards to Taz. Now Taco's left alone to make noise here on plat. As the rest of his team is grouping up. Fur has got drop room control. Pretty sure Taz knows he's in there on the other side of the wall, as SK are trying to take this B bomb site.
Fallen. He's gone down. Now Bialy manages to get himself a second. Taco and Fur, they're the 2 left, but Bialy's only on 1 HP. Have to be careful. Bialy manages to pick up Fur despite being 1 HP. Lands that in through the doors, and VP. Now they're in with that round advantage. Money for SK allows them to facilitate the buy-up into this round. Rifles across the board. Cold's limited terms of utility. Everyone else has everything you could pretty much need.
So now I would like to see another one of these fake B plays. 2 players towards B long, thrown over the utility towards B, and then the rest of the team gearing up towards mid. And then a rotate comes in and then they hit that A-split at the same time. Let's see if my wishes are fulfilled. Now with Taco. Here towards B long. Fallen's taking up position in mid. Taz already down to 2 HP. Trying to take battle against Fallen, I think that was. Still no decision made from SK. Taco's hanging around. Towards how long? Rotates back now. What's the choice here? Phelps and Fallen on the other side of the map. Trying to do battle with Snacks. Double frag from BP. And 5v3. Pasha awaits with the AWP. Takes down Taco. Has been so good here on Cobblestone, but not this round. And the SK Gaming forces are put down to 2 single members. Top flash timing does not going to work. It's not going to work. Pasha takes down Fallen, and the Phelps now in a 1v5. And see if he can take down Pasha. And it's going to be the case. Goes for the next one. Does get it as well. And now 3 CT players remaining. Won't happen. Taz is allowed to survive with 2 HP, waited in the back line, did not want to peek. And SK Gaming, they're struggling a bit on this T side, had that string of 3 rounds, and then 4 in a row for VP. I have to say, Coldzera, candidate to best player in the world, hasn't really been doing much so far. His 2 frags. And pistols for SK. Buy down. A bit lower than we would usually see, but that's because they have a loss bonus. Pasha with a close range up. Goes for the next one. Neo just making it work. Long range M4. Not much they can do. Fallen will be taken out here as well, I think.
Natured. Nope, never mind, still alive. But with bomb dropped, SK should have no way back into this one. Neo finds both those frags. VP in with their 6, looking good now. 3 rounds ahead. The buy can come in for SK. No warps once again.
They need a round on the board now, I think. Their T side has not been good. And at times they've tried to go for that B push. The problem with 3-1 rounds is it hasn't been successful. I'd like to see them change things up a bit. But they aren't in the same default. Fallen and Phelps towards A. The rest of the team with Taco in the front towards that B bomb side. And then if someone gets an opening, the mid-round call comes in and the decision has to be made. BP on the other side of things, double stack towards long, Stacks and Taz in that position. Bialy, the pivot player, can rotate back and forth. Neo and Pasha on the back of B bomb side. So split up right now. Let's see who's gonna open the ball. It's gonna be Phelps.
So able to find Taz. Stacks is there to trade, so we are into the 4-on-4. The rest of SK start to execute in towards this B bomb site. Pasha lies in wait. The Molotov misses its mark. They go and throw in another. Now he's roasting in the fire and flames. Takes one, gets the hell out of there, and somehow he's still fit and fighting, trying to stay in this one. Fallen tried to push through, but Neo is there, gets that frag. Now it's just Fur and Coldzera left. 2 versus 4. Battling to try and maintain control of the drop and getting towards one of these sites. They're going to try and... I think this is a little boost round here. Spot the player holding close, no one there. Now just a walk out through window. Going to try and make their way in towards A. Throw down that smoke. Not ideal. Nothing in response to this just yet. Stacks waits up on A, but he's there alone. If he misses this shot, then SK, they turn into the 2-on-3. He can get into the site. Doesn't manage to find the first. They hear the unscope come on in, but there's no time left. RIP SK.
I'll bring 2 weapons into the next one. And actually, as we see this transpire here, if we look back onto the game that SK had against Liquid last night, I saw Lerpus make an argument about it. You feel like with what we saw last time on Cobblestone, very shaky performance from SK, maybe a cash pick would have been better for them than Cobblestone right now. It's definitely not looking ideal, and it's not looking like the SK we're used to seeing on Cobblestone. It's looking like the same shaky SK we saw last night against Liquid. That's not a good showing for them. AKs galore and a lonely Deagle on Taco. And same default setup on this T side. Not much has changed, and they're just trying to find openings, but the openings are not coming to them, SK, at this point. Neo's having a great game on that B plateau. Haven't found anyone just yet, but in general, he's sitting at 12-7.
Look at Phelps pushing up through mid. Has players either side of him here at long. He has to be careful. They're just going to go and play it safe. Start to fall back, and with that, SK going to be rotating the bomb over here to be first. The first man down and drop he goes. The rest of the gang ready to fall in behind him. Starting to push up through long. Pasha's holding it. Neo goes in the drop. Doesn't account for Fur being where he is. And actually, they don't spot anyone. So now Fur's allowed to take this peek out. Misses the shot. And that could have been the opener found Pete comes in, Bialy wins that out, but then they lose Pasha. Up on platform, Bialy in with a second. Snacks might fall in the meantime, but Bialy right now is locking down this site. Neo chiming in with one more. Phelps and Fallen, all that remain. The flash comes in, Bialy left 1v2. He has to make it a 4K to win this round out. Support coming in from Phelps could not arrive soon enough. Bombs dropped, Phelps left in the 1v1. Bialy out in the open, and Phelps wins the trade. That is going to be SK in with their 4th round now on the board. Comes down to the 1v1, but they managed to pull it off. And Phelps, he's looking on form right now, 11-8. Taco just beneath him, 9-8. It's Fur, Fallen, and Cold. 3 names I think, we're used to seeing a little bit further up the scoreboard, in particular Fallen and Cold's era.
Fur lately
really
as well
pulling their weight. Yeah, he's been
well.
insane.
One thing that I noted in that round is that VP kind of like get the feeling of where this default from SK Gaming tends to go, which is the B bomb side. So that time around they had 4 players stacked on that B bomb side for the incoming push of SK, and the choice was correct. They just didn't win the duel. So at this point, I'd like to see the mid-round calls from SK just go a little bit more towards the A bomb side instead, as it seems like VP initially they stack towards long, and then when 30 to 40 seconds have passed, one of the players just rotates straight onto connect and holds that area, and then it's 3 CT players on the B bomb side and 1 holding drop room control. So SK Gaming could exploit this if they went for a split A in the dying moments of the round, but let's see how they're going to play it out. Not full buy for both teams, since we do have Fur on a Mac 10. Double up setup on that CT side. Snacks and Pasha. And still 2 smokes and a Molotov remaining. They have some utility to hold back the incoming forces of SK.
SK slowly but surely rotating around over here to A. 3 players down in middle. Fallen and Taco left over a B, and actually started to push on out. Taco's the man to try and make that reality, and you can see it's, of course, Snacks to rotate off. Taz has gotten all the way out long, hasn't spotted anything. Does manage to drop Cold Zero, and with him the bomb. Flashes down, no trades. This is where Fur has to land it, which he will. Snacks misses that shot.
Full rotation.
And misses it again. Everyone rotating in, as you say, 4VP. There's so little time left, though. They've denied it. The round's won. SK locked out of here as the time ticks away from them. Neo trying to do damage at the end. That's the economy ruined as well. Going to lose Fur after the time. Look at how little money's left on this T side.
And to be honest, that push from Taz, going out of long and just making sure, okay, trying to get some information. He then sees one, kills him, and sees that that's a bomb drop. That's the whole information play coming out for VP. When the bomb is dropped there, with the time that's left in the round, they know it's going to be an A hit. And they can just do the full rotation onto the side and just hold them back, not even allowing them to get the plant. VP playing that one out perfectly. Rotations on point. 3 pistols this time around for SK. They burn in the fire, trying to trade drop from control. Bialy there, close range with the M4 silenced. Gets another one. 2-for-1 trade for him. Fallen steps back though with the AK in his hands. Double for him as he takes down Neo as well.
Snacks and Taz left. Fallen's got an AWP in hand, and Snacks is aware of that. Tag to 12 HP. And it looks like they're saving. Round going to go the way of SK. Didn't have much heading into it, but they overrun that B bomb site. Snacks is tagged low, and instantly that's enough. VP, they will elect to save, and that's SK in with their 5th. VP just playing it safe.
Yeah, there's no reason to try and retake with Snacks on 12 HP and an AWP, and Taz on an MP9. They're just going to lose the AWP. MP9 doesn't really matter in this case, but with the utility and the armor Taz has behind it, it's probably the bad idea to save it. I agree with this choice. Fallen, nice double entry with that AK-47. Good job. And gets an AWP in his hands as well. Picks one up from the battlefield. SK Gaming will get on 5 now. Lackluster T-side performance compared to Train, that's for sure. Still have the chance of at least getting on to 7 in this first half.
Yeah, they managed to take 1 more. Now, the money, that's where things get awkward risk. When you look at it, Snacks, he has himself an AWP. You can see Pasha's bought down the Mag 7. Kind of said he's quite, in a sense, quite prolific with, on this map with this shotgun. one that we see him with a good bit, and that he has got a couple of decent clips with. Actually, just the other day, we saw Snacks with a Mag 7 of his own wreak some havoc. So VP, very proficient with these shotguns. Double MP9. I'm loving VP more and more every day. Favorite gun in the game. UMP for Bialy because he's a traitor, and Pasha on that Mag 7. Snacks gonna try and be the man at long range.
The CSGO devs are so happy now. See so many different weapons on that CT side of VP, and that's the ultimate goal for CSGO devs, is to see every single weapon used in competitive play. So probably pretty happy right now. Tried to make it happen in Source with dynamic weapon pricing. Probably no one who has any idea what that was, but that was pretty terrible. And now we see a dynamic choice of weaponry from VP. Nice opening from Phelps. The orb of Fallen was ready as well to win that duel. Snacks had no chance whatsoever. Now Taz has to hold it down here in mid. Actually gets the surprise in and damage a bit. Plus a frag. Bialy's getting the information on the opposite side of the map. And off screen gets a frag onto Taco. Bomb will be planted though. Phelps takes down Neo. 3v2. Very hard round to win for Pasha and Bialy in this one. But still, nothing is impossible in a game of Counter-Strike. Smoke coming in and then flashbang timing for Pasha to run in with the Mag 7. Not good enough. 1 for 1. But now Bialy sees the AWP and says, that I'm going to take that, run away. No reason to try and retake with time this low, no kit. And 2 waiting terrorists.
On top of all of that, this is the round that, you know, VP Force bought into. They have to try and take something out of it. They've got no money heading into that next round, and that's the real issue here. Under other circumstances, there was a little bit more cash in the system. VP would have definitely gone for this, but Bialy carries the AWP forward thanks to saving the armor as well. We can see him drop a FAMAS, or perhaps more likely 2 UMPs across, which I think wouldn't be too out of the question. Buys up that first, gonna go ahead and get just utility and armor up behind it.
All right, 2 CC at 75, 2 UMPs, and the AWP dropped over to Pasha. Not the best buy in the world from BP. This is the last round of the first half that they're spending all their cash. SK Gaming with perfect setup. Most of them even have good sidearms, so definitely a weapons advantage for the Brazilians, who are once again setting up in a default. This time around, it's very focused towards that B bomb site, at least taking map control early on. Probably going to see them taking drop room in 5 to 10 seconds after the smoke dissipates. Phelps just making noise on the opposite bomb site. He can well actually take out Snacks, so that's a great start. We'll probably force 1 rotation from VP. Or maybe not. They're just holding that drop room. Taz is all alone on A right now.
Neo pushing in. Pasha able to step up. Down goes Taco. 4 and 4. And at this point, the VP machine comes grinding to the halt. They start to rotate players around. SK start to head on in. Cold gets 1, but Neo in with the flick. Now it is just Cold left in a 1v2. Neo's holding it close completely. Guesses the wrong angle there. That is going to be a 9-6 scoreline as VP managed to pick up the last round of the half.
Yeah, VP looking good, or at least better than SK. And I have to say, and this is only due to the fact that Cold Zero usually is a beast, he's not having a good game. 4 to 13 is probably one of the worst scores I've seen him with during this last 3 months period. Usually on top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, you know, you kind of look up at the VP leaderboard and you see that Snacks, he's down there on 4 as well. Both of them kind of having a player that isn't doing too great. Then you look at Bialy, he's stepping up. Phelps as well for SK. Both very sort of similar situations. The only difference being, I think, for VP is that you've also got Neo and Pasha who are kind of pulling their own weight. Meanwhile, not as much so on the side of SK, Taco and Fur. It's like VP have been looking good. I think if they get the pistol, they take this through to 12-6. They could very well run away with this in the second half. They do, moving on to that T side. You know, you were saying how SK had a very, very strong T side on this map. You're bigging it up all throughout that first one on train. And now, they only managed to get 6 rounds. Yeah. VP heading into the more favored side here. What are they going to be buying up early on? We've got Armor for SK across 4 of these players. Fallen, as you would expect, going to be sacrificing that for the extra utility. 2 flashes along with that defuse kit. Interestingly enough, not going to go with the smoke. So that makes the decision to pick up 2 flashbangs. When you look over at VP, it's going to be a full belt of utility for Neo and Snacks, which is interesting. 2 players with 4 utility. That suggests that it's going to be this B play, at least to me.
Let's have a look and see what the plan is.
But as you say, they've done damage onto Fur. They're waiting over in mid. The bomb's there as well. Start to rotate the players off B now. They see that they were able to land that dink. To be fair, with the 2 smokes, you can go to chuck 1 over towards balcony, 1 at double doors as well.
Yeah. You want to utilize
for the corner out here over on long.
So you want to utilize the Glocks in close to medium range here towards long. Push out the CTs. Cold Zero with 1 though. Double frag coming in back for VP. Could be lining up the smokes as Bialy pushes up towards mid. Smoke coming in towards door. Phelps close range. Fur on the bomb side at cannons. And they're rotating back. So Fake being deployed. At this point, SK Gaming should probably rotate 1 of their players, at least towards that B position. I think that'll be Taco. They have some kind of suspicion of this could be a B play. Taco is now rotating back. But it's too late. They're already on the bomb side. Smokes are falling down. Taco has to win this duel to keep the hope alive. And he will. Wins the first one. Goes for the second, taken out by Snacks. 3v2 post-plant. Should be around for VP.
Neo lies in wait. Going to try and deny this if he can. They go walking on out. Fur's very low on HP. Make that just 1 as he tries to clutch. 1v3. It's not looking good, I'll be honest. But stranger things have happened. There you go. Pasha picks that up. VP in with the pistol. And there you go. I was wondering. I was thinking. I was like, you know, with this sort of buy, with how things have gone, you know, it made sense for them to try and hit A initially, but then they realized more players have rotated on in. It's been so long, they go ahead and peel off and make their way over towards B. Use that Molotov for Chicken Coop. 2 places to really use it on that B bomb site. 1 over towards platform stairs, keep them up there. You can use it on Cubby as well if you have like a suspicion, but they don't really have anything to lead them to believe that SK have been playing that. Or you go ahead and use it over on Coop just to flush out all the little Cubby holes on that B bomb site. Now, they brought down what they can. 2 Mac Daddies in play. That's going to be Taz and Neo looking to try and make some cash. Everyone else with rifles, so a lot of respect the way of SK. But this time have gone for armor and pistols. Taco and Fallen not picking up armor behind the Eagle and P250 combo. And right now, VP waiting to head out long.
Snacks lined up smokes and flashbangs for the B fake. And now the push comes onto A. It's up to Fallen and his boys to defend this and immediately push back. Fur going down in mid, and that opens the whole side up. CT players rotating all the way back. Fallen is spotted at the back of the bomb site. Cold Sierra in the corner as well. This is pretty much impossible. Cold Sierra has to step up, gets 1 for 1. Fallen gets taken out. Phelps, 1v4, low HP on most of the players. So unlucky, doesn't get that. Oh, he runs out of bullets. Has to reload and taken out. And yeah, this is, when we look at this statistically, great choice of map for SK. They have an 88.5% win rate over 26 games. But if you look at it in the context of this tournament, had that game against Liquid, right now they're not looking too hot, to be honest. And yeah, it's a weird one. BP, though, on the other side, looking quite good. Looking to add to their collection of wins on this one and bring us onto Inferno. Fur going with a Zeus in this round. So, are we going to expect some close range play from him? Right now, VP are situated towards a B bomb site. Bialy throwing smoke from T spawn. That's towards the site. And the wall of smokes have been put in for VP. See Bialy low. Now looking to go in towards the bomb site. Let's see VP, can they take this? Against the pistols, probably yes. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge as Fur takes down 1. That should be all she wrote. Cold Zero trying to do his best, sitting at rock with a P250, tapping away, and Fur in a 1v4, not much he can do here. Probably try and find a corner, clear the Zeus as the terrorists rotate away to escape the bomb blast. That is his best choice at this point, I think. Let's see if we can get some confetti.
Yeah, he's lying away with the confetti cannon, but Neo, not a man who likes to party. That's actually a lie. Here we go. Drop, but not good. But he will fall. VP, they're going to go 12-6.
Yeah, this is where SK Gaming, they need to stand up and say, okay, this is not your map choice, VP. This is ours, and we're going to take this one 2-0. Scoreline pretty much inverted of what we usually see. coldzera falling in the first, sharing the bottom of it. Taco and Phelps, the one top fragging, pulling the weight right now. Bialy on the other side of things, having actually quite a good game here. 20 frags in 18 rounds from him so far. Full buy for both teams. VP economy's pretty decent, not too strong. And SK, they have invested into this. Pretty much everything. As first, sits in wait, will take one, goes for the second. 1-for-1 trade, make that 2-for-1. As Neo and Snacks both pick up one. Fallen goes down immediately after almost no damage done from him. Snacks is pushing in towards the bomb site. And SK Gaming already now thinking about the retake. Phelps will rotate into Carl. As Pasha takes down Taco on. This is just not working out for SK. 1v4 for coldzera to clutch in. That ain't happening.
He's going to wait over here in mid. Here's Bialy rotating round. That's the first shot missed there. Down goes Snacks.
Let's see this.
And suddenly, coldzera's back in this. Man flanking round from behind. Going to be Pasha. Changes things up. And now Cold. Over here on Rap. Has to be fast. Smokes it off. Is aware that Pasha is not with the rest of the pack. Neo waits over in the back of the site. And Cold starts to wrap on round. Has to make his way in, doesn't have a kit. He has to move quickly here, and Pasha's up in balcony. Great spot to deny this defuse. Neo going to be tagged away, tries to escape, does manage to do so. Time taken away from them here. Baits out the defuse, but coldzera gets them both. 4 frags. Does not manage, though, to lock in that round. Ooh. But somehow, against overwhelming odds, he gets them all. And that might have been the confidence boost that this man needed. He's been underperforming right now. That was absolutely insane.
Sick plays gone out of Cold. Almost gets around as well. But it's a very hard clutch to win without a kit. Have to get those 4 kills in really quickly. Timing beats him in the end. But 4 frags nonetheless, as you said. Confidence booster, hopefully, to get him running again. That's definitely what SK Gaming needs. They're in a force by now, and coldzera with his AK-47 could be the catalyst that they need in this round. VP setting up once again towards B. 3-man CT stacked towards A from SK Gaming. Could be very hard for Taco and Phelps. They are the 2 top fraggers, but still incredibly hard scenario if VP decides to just go waltzing in, run and gun style. And VP on the brink of 14. Nice opening from Pasha once again. Has been very good with the AWP this tournament.
Phelps has been forced back. VP pushing on in. Phelps actually hiding in the smoke over on short. He's ready to push in. Taz is fully blind, but Pasha finds that shot through the smoke. Neo going to be able to find Fallen. Now it's Fur and coldzera left alive. And coldzera's heard the man rotating in. Fur peeks out from long and misses that shot. Cold does manage to get it. He 1v4'd in the last round. But this time, he does just look to concede. Doesn't want to try and go for this one. And B-Bomb's already crawling with these Polish players. Snack's going to fall. Taz here to try and trade, which he will.
All right, VP looking strong here in Cobblestone, and continuation of the tail we saw yesterday. SK Gaming against Liquid on this map. A bit of a fall from grace on what used to be their home court. DE Cobblestone, and now VP's taking it away from them. Double up set up CT side. Actually not double up, triple up CT side setup. As desperation kicks in, SK Gaming trying to pull out all the moves. Fallen picks up the first one, that's Has gone down. Focus towards middle from the terrorists. Will be thwarted for the beginning of this. This is such a risky play as well, playing 2 orbs alone on that A-bomb site. But they make it work. Grabbing 10 Taz to begin with, slowing down the VP machine.
A VP there, so close to making this a reality, taking us through to Inferno, map number 3. I said I thought this would go 3 maps.
Yep. I hope for it as well. And
so let's see. Will they do so? VP. They're a man down here fighting for map point to carry us through to map 3. That's their eventual goal. We saw them 16-9'd on train. This, of course, decides who takes home that 3rd place slot and which one of these guys gets invited back for the next ESG. It's also a battle for pride here. These two teams going to be going head-to-head. It's such a nostalgic, such kind of a, you know, such a legacy behind both these teams. Going head-to-head now, it's a classic matchup. And Fur gonna be holding drop, finds 2, down goes Pasha. And now Bialy, Snacks, that's all that remains. Things get a bit hot and heavy down along for Snacks, but he keeps pushing on in. He's bypassed everyone. Fallen and Taco. The double ops up on A. Lock it down, SK in with their 7th. Right. Showing no sign of giving up just yet.
Here we go. SK Gaming bring a bit of magic back. Brazilian magic. Triple op setup still in play, as everyone did survive. Good stuff. 14 rounds for VP, deciding to go for pistols only this round. I'm gonna have a big buy coming into the next one. Bialy and Pasha both with 4K. After buy. Let's have a look at it. Bialy with the first one. Fur shuts down Neo. Fur with the reload timing, very unlikely or very unlucky. Stacks pushes in, but immediately gets shut down. There's a lot of revenge tracking going on right now.
Fallen attacker, the double orbs left. That is terrible if it comes to retaking one of these sites. They have to try and switch this out for a rifle if that bomb goes down. Taco's holding it over on Rock, but he's been attacking. Oh, he's there. They hear the dig come in. Fallen helps out. Luckily enough, he's going to be there to try and reinforce. 1v2. Taz, he's playing it close, but Pasha lands the shot. Fallen goes down, and VP, they're going to carry this through to map point, looking to take us to map number 3. SK with no money left, have to try and get what they can into this round. It's going to consist of 2 Famouses, a UMP for Phelps, Taco on nothing but a Deagle, and Fur, he's got the M4.
And that seems to be the problem for SK Gaming here against VP. This is the 3rd round, I think, in this best of 3 matchup, where SK Gaming have lost rounds to only pistols from VP. And allowing themselves to go further down. 15-7. Force buy from SK, of course. Life on the line here on Cobblestone. Fallen rotating back. Opening from Pasha for take down Taz.
Pushing up through long, gonna be Fur. Fallen there holding it as well over from cannons. Neo's starting to sneak on in, but the rest of the guys, including that bomb, have rotated off. Neo actually spots the man out over at cannons, but Fallen lands the shot, so not giving up just yet. SK desperate to try and hold on to this just a little bit longer, and Taco lies in wait. Here's the players pushing in. Cold within the site, going to try and go for the bait and switch here. Cold hits the deck. No support yet from Taco, tries to play the bait game. And there's Bialy in with 3. Suddenly it's all on Fur. He has to try and make this work. SK, they need this round to keep them in this. He's able to find the first, but Pasha trades. And there we go, VP, they win it out on Cobble, 16-7. Fantastic stuff from them. As now we prepared it into map number 3. That is going to be Inferno. And that is the great decider in which, you know, we see which one of these teams emerges victorious.
Yeah, definitely. Fantastic performance by Bialy as well. 25 frags in 23 rounds. And as you said, Inferno, 3rd map. As we started this, we were talking about how this Inferno map is one of these maps that doesn't have a team that owns that map. We have, of course, used to have Astralis and Overpass, and every single map almost has this kind of team that controls that map, and you don't want to play that. Inferno is still up for grabs. We could see one of these teams here take it home, but it's going to be pretty close, I think, because we saw on Train, relatively close first half, and then SK Gaming went away with it. Same kind of here. SK looked a bit shaky on that T side, but still, they had some good moments, and then just got wrecked completely, excuse me, on that CT side.
What happened there?
Ooh, I'm getting excited, Harry.
That wasn't excitement. That's
that's pretty much excitement on that B-bomb site. I'm thinking this could go VP's way, but as mentioned before, these two teams are both incredibly talented at the game. So a high chance, in my opinion, that this could go all the way. Phelps alone on Banana. Misses the first shot, second play out, Coffin's ready. But VP aren't just pushing in just yet. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs are going to be utilized. SK playing 2-2. 2 players on A, 2 players on B. Phelps and Ferb on that B bomb side. Fallen is rotating now, so unless they go in right now, VP, they're going to be facing a 3-player stack on this B bomb side instead of just 2.
Yeah, they're going to go rushing through that smoke. Fur here has to step up massively. Phelps going to be in the back of side to help out. Takes 1. They have the crossfire set up. Phelps is tapping away. Makes it 2. Going to be looking for a little bit more here. Fallen comes in. And now Snacks knife out. Phelps takes it. 3 frags for him, including the knife. That means SK, they can go to pick themselves up an AWP here if they would like.
Kind of feel like they waited a bit too long there, Virtus.pro. They pushed Phelps back into the bomb side there, and then they used a good 20 seconds to set up the utility for that push. And that allowed Fallen to come in as that third member. You saw both players on SK Gaming who were relatively holding, one at first box and one at Coffins. Then they rotated into the back of side because they knew that Fallen was going to be in CT, or towards where the generator used to be. And hold that angle and just change the entire setup. I think VP could have had a bigger chance coming in just against 2 players. And that won't happen. That did not happen. And now, pistols from VP. We have seen them on these pistols in these kind of rounds where they buy some utility armor, CSAT 75s, P250s. We have seen them do loads of damage. So this is not an easy round by a long shot here. SK Gaming not in cruise control just yet.
SK going to be holding mid here. Flash and smoke on over. First smoke goes down, blocking off pit. Fallen going to be holding long. Actually throws out that Molotov. They're just going to go rushing on past now into the site. Fallen does find good damage with the UMP. And that smoke slightly missed its mark. VP now trapped over on short. Flash through. Colterra can't see anything, but he hasn't fired shots off. They don't know that he's there. Now he emerges from the woodwork. Taco still doing damage in from pit. On the site, Fallen able to take a little bit more punishment before Snacks finds him, and now it is just Pasha left. He's grabbed himself an M4, but in the 1v3, might just look instead to try and save this.
30 seconds to go, doesn't have the bomb. Very hard challenge for him, even though it is Pasha. He's probably just going to see if someone decides to run into his crosshair, take an exit frag, and then rotate away. They have purchased down in this round here. VP spending all their cash. So next round is definitely not going to be a buy, as we usually see in these games. But Pasha will bring the M4 into the next one. As SK Gaming go up 2-0. 3 UMP 45 saved on that CT side. And let's see, we might actually, let's see Phelps, will he go for the MP9 or the Max 7, or will he just go straight for the upgrade onto the M4? I think there's a UMP 45 drop in. So it will be 3 SMGs, 2 M4s for SK, 1 Catalyst M4 on Pasha, full eco for the rest of Virtus.pro. And where's the play going? Neo taken down to 39 HP by that grenade, coming off the hand of Phelps. And he's just scouting, trying to find some information. No one's peeking on Banana. More nades going out, but no damage being done.
Molotov going to end up roast Neo. He's fallen. Go ahead and smoke the crossover on B. And SK, they're just going to play it safe. Lie in wait. Phelps actually pushed up through that smoke down and CT has a gap, and this one Snacks can peek on through as the smoke starts to fade, going to be tagged away. They're trapped on Banana, and Colterra and Taco could try some aggression here, but they're not going to go ahead and fall into that trap. 45 seconds, there's still plenty of time here for VP to throw a spanner in the works.
Still have this chance as Pasha's on the M4, he can go and get that opener for them. If he gets a guy in the sight, Phelps is low on HP. His teammate can push in. Let's see how the positions are. That's perfect positioning for the CTs, and it's just a spray down. Fern Phelps in unison, the B combo makes it work. And now it's time for the buy. BP on that T side. I think Pasha's going to be a little strapped for cash. And yeah, he's going to be on that Desert Eagle, but still decent buy on everyone else on the team. Let's see where they can take this. Kind of a bonus round coming in from SK, seeing as they have 2 UMP-45 still in play.
Now Pasha here doesn't actually have anything on the side of VP. He's only got himself a Deke to work with. Rifles across the board for everyone else. He sacrificed the firepower to grab that extra utility. And now for SK. They got Taco up here over in Apps. Cold going to be holding short. Fallen over at long once again. Same setup that we've seen from these guys time and time again. This time Snacks is straight up through short. Taco able to take one. Cold peeks out from the site, but Snacks does manage to secure the trade. Taco flashed in. There we go. Finally spots Snacks, takes him down, and now an advantage up for SK. VP sent reeling back. Pasha going to try and answer with some aggression here. Decides that is maybe not the right call to make. Has himself an AK to play with. Fully flashed and blind. Tries to fumble around in the open, but doesn't get anything done just yet. VP still looking dedicated out here towards A.
Yeah, Molotov use is really nice from SK Gaming, using it to block off and do damage. Now the push comes in.
Going to be rushing into the site. Taco and Phelps between them find 2. Pasha 1v4. Players just to his left. Here's the reload. Keeps holding the angle. In comes Fallen. And that's weapons picked up. That low investment round from SK yields them another. And now they've got plenty of money on this CT side.
2 important rounds. 1 pistol round, and now this first buy coming in from SK. CT side is looking decent so far. Still early days in this first half, but this was when they had a few problems early on in this tournament, and in general will be, or surely should be, an easier round. 4 grenades coming in for VP, but only pistols on the back of it. As they are pushing up towards that banana. Phelps and Fur, double deagle magic. Fur now pushed back, taken out. And actually, double frag coming in, and this is what I was talking about. They're playing this very aggressively. And they do get 2 frags, but eventually shut down. Will allow the bomb plant. Taz on a weapon, and there should be another weapon on that bomb site somewhere. But Pasha and Bialy has decided to go into ruins instead, and saying position over weaponry. A 2v3 or 3v3 retake for SK Gaming.
Taco finds that first. Bialy hot on the trade, but now it is just him left. 1v2. Defuse coming in. Fallen sits on it. Cold Zera finds the frag. And now SK in with their 5th.
Still a great round from EP though. Get the bomb down, get 3 kills. Time to deny that economy that is building right now for SK Gaming. Hold them a bit back. Still 5k on 4 of the players, so not diminished by any sense of the word. Full buy coming in from BP, finally an AWP on pasture. As the rest are on AKs. Could still buy everyone apart from Pasha if they lose this one. Also, mainly due to the money bonus that they get. Pasha with the AWP forced back by that Molotov. Real receive a nade as well, taken down to 48 HP. And 3-man stack on banana.
There you go, Pasha finds that first. Going to try and connect in through the wall. Neo opens up with 1, but Fallen, he's going to try and make a stand here. And make a stand he shall. He's in with 2, make it 3. And now it's just Snacks left. Has to try and clutch this out as Fallen. He's torn this offensive limb from limb. Snacks has been afforded this position up in CT. Cold has an idea as to something could be going on. Background, Taco walks into it. He's going to fall down. Now it's the 1v2. Fallen. He's already taken 3 thus far. He's already been the hero that SK needed in this round.
Snacks trying to jump fake. Or try and use the flash timing maybe. Yes, a Molotov as well. Thrown out towards Carp. Fallen, definitely sure where the bomb is. Switch to the AK-47. Snacks has to pretty much pre-fire his position in order to get this. Flash comes out. Here's the AK. 31 seconds to go. Secondary smoke comes in. There's no chance really, unless Snacks comes in and pre-fires perfectly onto Fallen's position. He actually does get the frag. Double smoke coming in, and in the middle of that, Snacks takes it. 1v1 now against Cold. Does he have time though? Running back towards that A bomb site. Cold. He's suspectful. He suspects something is up.
I mean, yeah, you heard him running off in towards A. There's just enough time on this. Snacks gets that bomb down with milliseconds to spare, but there you go. In comes Cold's error. Saves that one from the clutches of defeat. SK. Oh, sorry. In with their 6th round.
I have to say, that round was saved by Fallen. 2 initial B players fall down at Banana, and then Fallen just comes in with the takes down 1, takes down 2, and goes for a 3rd as well. Almost got the 4th. I felt like he played that one perfectly. It's hard to know in that situation where you have Terry's behind a smoke, he smokes up. If you then push into the middle between the smokes and try and hold that angle, or you rotate back. And that's a 50-50 gamble that time. Of course, Fallen did not choose the right thing, but I think in the next attempt, that would have been the right call. 6-0 for SK, looking quite strong here on the CT side. Definitely fixed some of the issues. And she talked about Fallen's rotation onto that B bomb site. That's worked out. Pasha with 1. Phelps once again aggressive play towards Banana, but this time around it works. Picks up 2, takes Taz down to 20. And if they play the cards right, SK Gaming could be looking at a 7th round here.
Phelps is forced back. Keeps trying to hold the aggression. Now Molotov going to force him to the clutches of Snacks, potentially. Luckily enough, the flash does come in. Keeps him alive. VP. Going to pick the bomb up. They're only a man down. Cold's error. And Taco lying way out here towards A. Fallen's rotating in as well. Going to be playing CT. VP stacking up outside the A bomb site. Player down in mid. 2 up in apps. Going to try and wrap through Boiler. Looks like the out through short. Have the support from Snacks over in apartments. That smoke over towards long further reinforces that. They get the angle cleared. Fallen starts to rotate in as a result of the smoke going down. 3-on-3 in this site take. Taco up in Graveyard. He's the man who could put a stop to the madness right now. Has support from Cold Zera in the site. Spot Snacks, jumps into pit. Now they know he's here. He only gets 1. Cold Zera lies in wait. Gets 1. Taz is there to trade though.
Fallen from behind though.
It's 1v2. Got the bomb down, but as you say, Fallen's close. Closing in from behind. Taz has to be flawless here. And he's not. Fallen finds the frag. There we go. SK 7-0 up right now.
This is a wonderful start from SK. Definitely showing that they fixed some of the issues they had before. And this is the right time for VP to take a timeout. Bialy coming in with it. SK up 7-0 in this round, and the money's looking fine for SK. 12k and Cold Syrup buying up here. Some of the players, and in that sense being Taco and Ferb, missing a bit of cash, but the rest of the players will be able to drop them if they should go 1 round down. Virtus.pro on the other side of things haven't really been able to do much. Haven't been able to punish the small mistakes made by SK. There haven't been many. But VP just, yeah, not looking as strong as I thought they would. I think many a VP fan at home is probably sharing the same line of thinking right now. As we do have round number 8 about to come in. If you're just joining us, hello and welcome. This is the 3rd place decider at ESG Mykonos. SK Gaming versus Virtus.pro. We have reached map 3, which is Inferno. And the winner takes a 3rd place, cash prize, and a spot at the next ESG tour. And of course the pride, because both of these teams did not want to be in this position. They went for the win. Now they have to go for the consolation game.
Bialy's pushing in through apps. Taco going to hop down. Fallen's holding short this time with the AWP. Taco's quick. Bialy, he's already been beheaded. And advantage up right now for SK. VP, they're just looking dazed and confused in this one. Laid out to Snacks. Smoke to rain on in after. Where do they go from here? They've lost that man early on. The A executes haven't been working. Might see them wrap through CT potentially. They managed to get snacks back there before. Alternatively, we could just see a fake out towards A, although they don't really have too much utility to be expelling. They've got 4 smokes left, so they can afford to throw 1 or 2 here. As they line it up and throw that in. One going to fall.
And with Snacks' timing.
Balcony. Taco's holding. Snacks flashes on through. Taco's the wrong way, and there we go. Snacks opens things up. This fake could get sold perfectly here. Time's still ticking away. It's fallen with the aggression up through. Apps that could make such a huge difference. Alternatively, Phelps could be the man to do exactly that. And now it's Snacks 1v3, isolated over on A, and there's Fallen in that forward position. He gets all the information there, doesn't hear anyone else, knows it is the fake, and that is read perfectly.
Yeah, coldzera, before the rush even begins in towards the B bomb side, has already started his rotation towards B. So that means when this push comes in, right now coldzera is getting into CT spawn. We'll take that revenge frag after his teammate goes down on the side. And SK Gaming up 8-0. Pistols coming in for VP. And Taz is on a single frag. So much experience, but experience doesn't really matter if you can't hit the shots. Taz is surely to bounce back. He has to.
Stacked up on Banana. VP. Getting out to throw the smokes and flashes in. Going to try and make this a fast round by the looks of things. Fur waits with that flash. Does hit the mark. Fully blinds 4 out of the 5 players. Luckily enough, Snacks does step it up when they need him to. coldzera able to get 1 more as he holds from CT. They've got a smoke left in reserve. It's Phelps now. Everyone's blind, and in the confusion, Taz able to find that frag. coldzera rotates in, takes that first. Timing going to be perfect here for Taco to strike. And there we go. SK with their 9th.
SK are very good at just holding back this VP push, not like letting them pace themselves in towards the bomb site, because as we saw there, they actually managed to still hold them away for the bomb site for enough time that Taco could rotate all the way behind, push down through mid, up towards Banana, and do that flash timing, get the 2 last before they even jump and plant the bomb. So SK Gaming very good at keeping VP at bay movement-wise. Double up setup T-side coming in for Snacks and Pasha. Trying the same solution as SK tried last game when things didn't work out. More ups. Always just buy another one. See if it works out. Bit of a desperation move, but at this point, I'm open for anything for VP. Nothing is working for them so far. SK are just taking them to school.
Right now, VP, they are looking stuck for ideas. Fur and Phelps holding off Banana. Pasha about to peek on into this. Smoke grains in. They hear the smoke. They hear the scope, sorry.
See. Neo still on the back of mid. Waiting for the execute. Fallen opens up. That's Taz gone down. Fallen still holding this angle. Flashback. Smoke's come in from coldzera. The SK Gaming side push back a little bit, and that's Pasha opening up to coldzera on long. Bomb still dropped in the back of mid. Neo still holding this flank, and that's fruitful for him as he takes down Fur. Fallen answers back though. 3v3.
Goes there. Pasha misses the quick flick in, and that's going to spell disaster. Phelps gets rid of Neo. Now it's just Bialy left alive. 25 seconds left. Picks himself up the bomb. Phelps has gone aggressive down through Banana. Taco's fallen back. This A bomb site is free and ripe for the taking, but he has to be cautious. Phelps is going to be hot on his heels. Will be afforded this bomb plant. Bialy. Going to go ahead and get that down. Times of the essence. Taco and Phelps rushing in here. Taco pushing out from long. Smoke rains in to keep him away. Bialy actually could take the fight, and if the timing allows it, Phelps could easily go down. That shot rallied forward. Phelps holding the angle. Good night, Bialy. And there we go. SK on to their 10th. Defue's going to come on in. Plenty of time left for that. Currently, VP, they haven't won a single round. Taz, bottom of the board, 2 frags for him. Neo in with 4. Pasha and Bialy both at 5 and Snacks on 6. When we look over at SK, top of the board is Phelps. He's on 16. Once again, he's been kind of one of these players who has been stepping up for them, even when the rest of the team have fallen silent.
He played lights out on Cobblestone as well. Now he's on 16 to 5 here on Inferno. He's looking perfect. And SK Gaming in general looking perfect. It's hard to really analyze what goes wrong for VP because it just feels like every single time they try a play, they get shot down. It's not like SK Gaming know exactly what they're doing, but the way that they play around it is just perfect. And then, once again, if you can't win your duels, one thing is getting into an individual 1v1, but if you can't win that 1v1 as a terrorist trying to open up a bomb site, then it's hard to get that entry, it's hard to get that bomb down, and it's hard to get into post-plant because that's where you usually win rounds as T, is when you get that bomb down, when you have 3 AKs versus 3 retaking CTs, you can take these positions. That's kind of where you battle towards, but if you can't even get to that point, rounds will be very hard to come by. Molotov, hell on Banana, Tass goes down to 22 HP.
I was scared for him there.
Yeah. Me too.
Fallen, holding over here in apartments, has to be cautious because Bialy lies in wait. Down goes Taco. Fallen was meant to be there to trade that, but the smoke means it's proven otherwise. The rest of VP stacked up over on Banana. This time it's Phelps and Fur to try and keep the poles at bay.
Missed flashbang from VP. Trying again here. Fur and Phelps both peeking, and we'll be taking both terrorist players out. Neo bouncing back. He has been decent throughout this best of 3, but will be taken out after another missed spray. Bialy 1v3. 45 seconds to go. Doesn't have the bomb. It's under CT control. And this isn't really looking possible.
Nah, it's not looking good, is it? You wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. 3 legendary players left alive. Coldzera, Fallen, and Phelps. Couldn't think of anything worse to face off against. 25 seconds as well. Bomb down on Banana. When you take a look at the economy over on the side of VP, it is dwindling. He's just going to probably look to try and save here. No point even testing the waters really down on Banana, especially not with Coldzera holding it on the AWP. So SK in with their 11th. Right now, it's a slaughter. I wasn't expecting this last match to be this so one-sided.
I expected, not the exact opposite of this, but I expected this to be a very close game. And it has not been so far. 11-0, SK Gaming. Playing perfectly here at Inferno. If you were, unlike me and Harry, before this game, believing in SK, you're probably clapping your hands right now because everything seems to be working out for the Brazilians. VP, the Polish army, has not been able to find anything so far on this map. And we have to go back a bit, all the way back to train before we can find something that looked really positive for the Poles. Poles buying this one, Snacks with the Mac-10, utility behind it, the rest of the team, rifles, some armor. Couple of smokes, but yeah, I'm not actually sure what VP needs to do to come back into this game. It's very hard to build up an argument of how this should actually happen. First of all, they just need to win their duels. When they do that, it can kind of start to open up for the executes, flashing and molotoving the AWPs out on the CT side, Coldzera and Fallen, trying to push them back and then move into these post-plant positions, and then a chance will be existing for VP, but we haven't really made it there yet. Good flash coming in. Fallen taken out of the equation. Third push back onto the bomb side at first boxes. He's allowed to get that first one. He gets 2. He shouldn't be allowed to get anything in that situation.
Yeah, overstays as well quite a lot. Somehow manages to make it work as well. Coldzera is down in CT. Bomb plant going to come through for VP. They're poised to try and take their first round. 3v3 in the retake. Best scenario we've seen them in. Coldzera wrapping on round through Church the coffin. Going to take the peek out. Snacks is quick on the trigger, though. It's Cold's error. Taken out of this retake. Phelps and Taco all that remain. Time ticking away, and Snacks solidifies his round. Picks up a second to his name. Taco's there, and Snacks is going to go ahead and go for a little bit more. Taco does manage to find one. Takes the peek close. Make it two. In with the USP. Somehow takes all three. There's no time left. VP will get their first round. But that was an expert display of marksmanship from that man.
VP get the first round, and first time they get into these post-plant positions. Hero play from Fur. But after that, Bialy's very good together with Pasha to get the 2 extra shutdown frags. And then as they get into that B bomb site, they get the bomb down, they get into familiar territory. Your instinct kind of takes over because you know exactly where to place yourself in the post-plant position. You kind of envision the role, like the whole round happening. You know exactly what to do. And that's what VP needed. The only thing they don't need right now is a complete reset to get completely shut down in this round. If that happens, it's going to be very hard to be on that side right now. There's going to be silence for days in that team speak.
Flash round, Snacks holding it close, goes in with the peek. Fur, once again, doubles down. He's been so damn good at that. In response, Taz, Bialy, Neo, they're the 3 that remain. Stacked up outside of B, they've started to rotate in Cold's error. Fur. In the sight, falls to Bialy. Now they keep pushing in. Cold's error, the first response, going to be the first man on the scene. Tries to cause a scene, it will be able to find the first, now fades away. As Bialy. Gonna be able to get this bomb down at least. Cold just waits for his teammates now to rotate in.
2 kits and Molotovs as well. Flash timing comes in. Snacks is, or Taz is perfectly ready, but Taco trades it out. Now Bialy 1v2 has to be the hero for VP. No utility whatsoever. He does have armor. CT's pushing in now.
Yeah, Bialy left 1v2. Both players coming from the same angle. Tries to play it round. The pillar catches the first unaware. Bialy doubles down, and there we go. The triple for him carries VP in with their second round. And just like that, SK, they were up 11-0. And now they've got no money left. VP should be in with a third here.
Bialy has been the catalyst for VP throughout this match. He has been the #1 player in my opinion. Lots of impact frags, clutches as well, taking rounds in his own hands and making it work. And he will be the man to bring VP on #2. This does force SK Gaming into pistols because some of these last rounds have been decently close. So a chance for VP to come back now. If they grab the last 2 in the pistol, maybe we'll have a game on our hands. That is what I think everyone apart from the population of Brazil is hoping for right now. To get a close game here in this decider. Help's already gone down. Furlough on HP with his shotgun. And VP getting closer and closer to that A bomb site.
Just 4 players left out here on the A bombs. Gonna go ahead and start to rotate the guys on round. Fallen's able to find one. He'll fall immediately, and now it is just Fur and Cold left, 2v4.
At this point, it's probably worth for Fur just to save his weapon and bring that shotgun into the next round. Actually, no. They're going to have a buy. Maybe he's going to throw it over to Phelps. Let's see how they're going to decide to do things next round. Cold Syrup hoping for some exits, but VP is they're probably just going to rotate down through mid. Apartments. Secure out double stack here. They go in for it. They see if they can grab something. The duo here. What can they get? Spots Neo. And that's 1 weapon they can lock out. 2 have gone into library, and that's Neo shutting down the first one, Cold Syrup. Will he get anything? Nope. He won't. Shut down. And VP on a third. Last round of the first half, Harry VP. They looked dreadful in the beginning of this, but have now grabbed 3 in a row. And that's the thing about VP, you can never count them out.
That's very true. They've got 3. They're looking to try and grab a 4th here. When you look at the buy coming in for SK, it's not going to be ideal. Phelps on the UMP. Coldzera's only got a smoke behind him. Well, utility has been fairly pivotal for SK in these rounds that they've won, so having to go a little bit easy on it on players like Coldzera and Fallen isn't going to be too fantastic for them. VP sending 4 players over here to Banana. Should just be giving this a free as Phelps and Fur play it more passively back within the B bomb site. Going to go ahead and throw up Power's utility on in, clear out sandbags, clear the corner as well, make sure no one's there. Find it a bit more daringly for SK.
All right, so the setup we have for VP right now. 4 players on Banana. Tass on the opposite side of the map. They have a minute to go. Still time to change plans as they line up smokes for CT. The question is here, will this be a fake or will this be the rotate? Let's go through mid and go for that A split. Here we go. Decisions are being made. I think this is the fake. Snacks is rotating back with the bomb.
Oh, Phelps, he's touching people in the smoke. Oh, finds one. And able to go and get the next. So now just Pasha and Taz. Snacks and Pasha there, the 2 left alive. Snacks able to get one. Pasha does come in with the trade on the taco. And now Phelps and Fur rotating up through mid. Fallen holding this one from Library. They say knowledge is power, and he's going to need to use that fact in this retake as he tries to come on in. Down goes Pasha. Snacks taps away. Fallen still alive and kicking. Frag comes through from Phelps. Fully blind still manages to get it. And there we go, SK. They're going to finish off the half at 12-3, meaning a pistol round could lock VP out of this.
VP tried to go for the 2-man Banana utility fake. It does not work out in the end. Timing was not on their side, and Phelps was definitely not on their side as well as he grabs a double in that round. As we are about to jump into second half of this game. As you mentioned, a pistol round win here could propel SK Gaming to 14. Phelps with 20 frags in the first 15 rounds. Definitely a good game from him. Coldzera still sitting on 9, but positive scoreline, but not the beast we're used to. But there's still a secondary half where he can step up and show us all the magic that we're used to seeing when watching Coldzera play. 2 flashbangs and a smoke on Fallen. Arm on everyone else. No kit on CT right now. As we do have Bialy investing into full nades instead. See how this one is going to play out. Focus towards second mid to begin with for SK Gaming. Taco going to be in apartments. The rest of the team are going to come up through mid here. Pasha and Pasha's actually the only one right now. But he's far away towards long. One rotating in. That's Bialy coming in from that B bomb side, and here we go.
Pasha, first man to fall this pistol round, pivotal here, and Snacks and Bialy know that clearly as they get 3 between them. Holding it from Pit, Snacks doing some serious damage. As now Fallen and Phelps find themselves 2v2. Neo's already there, but he whiffs the shot. That's allowed Phelps to get into Pit from here. He can do some serious damage, has that crossfire set up with Fallen, just chipping away at their HP. Fallen holds it off, Phelps finds that frag, and now Neo 1v2 gets into the site. But Fallen connects the shot, down he goes. SK, they've won the pistol, and at this point VP in an awkward position. Do they eco this one out? Eco the next. Try to play for overtime? Do they force by now to the end of the game?
I think...
Because let's not forget, the winner of this is map 3 in the series. We're 1-on-1, both teams tied up. The winner gets invited back for the next ESG and that prestige of beating an elite team.
It kind of felt like VP should have had that one. They have 4 players on the bomb side, but it doesn't work out anyways. They go for pistols here. Around $1,000 on each member. Helps with the opening. Bialy goes down on the Banana. Snacks takes a bit of damage as well. 3-man CT stack on B. And Snacks alone in mid. Took a bit of damage in the beginning of the round, as previously mentioned. P250 as well, but Fallen and the boys from Brazil are just winning duels left, right, and center, and with Fer taking out Snacks, the A-bomb side is completely clear. Roll on a welcome mat and just give them the site. Rapid. With a bow and present it to them. Not going to be much here to be done from EP. 3 pistols. Could be brought into the next round. I'd say definitely not going to buy next round. So the wise choice here is to save. But then again, Harry, that will mean SK Gaming are on 14. 2 rounds away from winning, in quotation marks, 3rd place.
Oh, Neo's there. Fer's just going to let him kill his teammate. Finally comes in to save. Bit of friction maybe between Fer and Fallen. You never know. Phelps could actually get caught off guard. Going to go back for the face. That was risky. Could have gone down with the bomb there. Fer still lies in wait at the back line. Get dispatches of Taz, and now it is just Pasha left. 1v4. Bomb plant comes in.
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and the rock being Fer, and the hard place being the rest of SK Gaming on that bomb site. Actually, I don't think Fer knows that he's behind him right now. Let's see, Pasha might be able to grab an AK. I'm pretty sure Pasha knows where Fer is, so it's just ring around the rosy. And Fer will get it in the end, so BP not able to get anything out of that. Fer with a quad kill. And in this round, I could have brought some pistols into this. Instead, it's going to be 4 grenades. I'm looking for, or 5 grenades, looking for the grenade stack here. Let's see how they're going to play this one out. It's definitely not going to be an easy round to win. Looks like they're all going to go into mid. The good old matchmaking strat. Let's all buy an aid. Throw it down towards T-slope.
Yeah, let's see the artillery going to rain in. Finds a bit of damage. Snacks and Bialy still have theirs. A bit late to the party. They managed to get him in. As a result, don't find anything. And now, with, for the most part, just vanilla pistols, you've got Bialy and Neo with that PT-50 and CZ combo, respectively. Ash is going to fall. They're going to try and deploy the boost here, but Phelps, something tells me he wins this. There we go. Down goes Neo. He's just going to be mopping up this B bomb site. Taz desperate to try and find the CZ, can't. Let's manage to get it eventually. Only has 7 rounds left in it. And player wrapping around from behind. Going to be Taco. It's not looking too good for Taz here. There we go, SK Gaming at match and series point, 15-3. VP, they have got a buy at least coming into this round. Pasha gonna have that AWP in hand. Rifles for everyone else. Plenty of utility. And this is where we need to see VP make their stand. Of course, they want to be the ones to win out this series and take that 3rd place, as well as the invite to ESG next time.
2 UMP45s. SK Gaming could have potentially bought up here, but they have so much confidence. You're just staying on the UMP45s. They have a decent economy already. Knows that this is a buy from VP. Looking to add insult to injury. It's Pasha and the boys lacking utility, but they do have that AWP. Fer going for the wall bang, something we see so much these days in these T defaults. Take control over apartments, do the wall bang, which disallows Taz to kind of peek out towards apartment, because you know that if you stand in that position, you're just going down. Phelps trying to get that flashbang timing, same Taco. Now Taco knows the position of the close range player as Taz switches things up. Flashbangs raining in, they're taking control of a short A and pushes in.
Yeah, rushing into the side, Pash is able to find the first. Taz rubbing barrels with Taco. He's going to fall, but the rest of the guys for SK go down behind him as Snacks and Neo lock down the site. Pasha as well in with 2, a great hold from BP, and that's actually some economic damage done. SK have to rebuy fully across the board. They're going to have enough to do so. Not too much of an issue there. But there you go, VP starting to pave that path to the comeback, perhaps.
11 rounds in a row. Yeah, this is not likely. But in CS, anything can happen. I'm going to wait a few more rounds before I start to get excited. VP, we know they are an elite team. We know they can bring games back from the void. But this one seems to be too big of an ask. Let's let let's not count our chickens just yet. Pasha has the orb. Phelps is burning away. 68 HP on him. 3-man CT stack, or 3-man B stack, turns into a 2-man B stack, a Pasha and CT. As Biala takes down the first one, that's Phelps gone down, the hero so far. Snacks with one onto Fur. Bomb still drop at the end of T-slope, and good damage being done here. VP poised to take this round.
Yeah, Fallen and Cold, the dynamic duo that remain at 4SK. Yeah, rallies some shots on over. You have to go back and get that bomb. Look at this, though. We see it right now. Taz going to be taking some aggression in through apps, playing it aggressive. He also has support from Snacks. They lie in wait. They're very far forward. Allows those rotates to come in early from B. Imagine we're going to see Snacks maybe play a bit more passively, only being 19 HP and Fallen. He's aware that this could have happened. Takes the peek. Down goes Taz and Fallen. He's able to find that one. Still 20 seconds left. They're not going to try and go for this one. We'll just be holding on to the AWP and the AK into the next round. VP in with magic number 5. They need a little bit more, though. A little bit more magic if they want to pull this one back. 10 rounds left to go. VP, a team that's renowned for their up and downs. It's going to have to be one hell of an up, but it's possible.
Yep. I need a lot of grit, a lot of luck. They need to hit all their shots from now on out. The second a mistake is made, VP will go down because SK Gaming great on capitalizing on enemy mistakes, and surely will happen if VP allow SK inside. So, almost decent buy coming in from SK. Attacking on a Desert Eagle, the rest of the team okay, utility-wise as well. Fallen on an AWP. Missing a bit on the CT side still.
Here we go, SK. Just lying in wait down in mid. Pash is taking some aggression here. The smoke goes deep. Bialy. Asper goes deeper. Now, looks like he might leave Pash to try and hold this on his own. Usually that's the advantage of having the AWP here. Oh, but Pash has been flashed. Has to get the hell out of there as the UMP start to roar in his direction. Bialy able to find one. Fallen instant on the return as they boost it up. Pasha misses that flick. Cold's error in with the trade, and now mad advantage going the way of SK. Snacks gonna smoke it off, tries to push through, down goes Taco, goes back for more. First been tagged within inches of death, but he lies in wait down in CT. They've got no idea, smoke rains in. Neo just gonna waltz right past him. First allowed to sneak on back. He's worked his way in a CT spawn now. Bomb might be dropped middle of the site, but right now they think they have full control. They have no idea that Fur is here. He's going to be allowed to walk on in. Fur, this could be massive. Taz, Spidey senses start tingling, and that frag was crucial. Now it's the 2-on-3. And Fallen going to take the peek in. Man behind pillar. Here's the pop flash come out. Spots the back. Snacks is down, and now it's a 2-on-2. Only 12 seconds. They have to be fast here. And over towards Quad. Neo lies in wait. Crossfire set up with Taz. The spray comes in. Fallen hits the deck, and Cold's error 1v2. No time left. It will be the round going the way of VP. They hold on to this one, get themselves A6, and Cold's error goes down after the time.
So this is definitely going to be a save coming in, or pissed around coming in from SK Gaming, as most of the players sitting around 2.5k. Cold's around $300. So the question is, what do they want to do now? Do they want to play Cold on a Deagle for the buy round? That seems to be the case. Something they have done before, playing that one player on a Desert Eagle and the rest of the team buying fully up. VP still on money. 3 rounds in a row, but look at that from Fallen. Ooh. Disgusting. As he takes down Pasha. Great shot from the Brazilian in-game leader.
I mean, what a way to kickstart this round for SK, but still, it's going to be an uphill battle. But chipped away at mid. Phelps, that Molotov has missed. He's allowed to stay here, and Bialy has to be cautious. He's going to start to tag onto him, but Phelps is fast. Going to go back for a little bit more. Luckily enough, Neo delivers us from the madness. Still man advantage up for SK, never recovered from losing. Asher early on, Snacks damage done, going to be forced back, plays it around the pillar, has to isolate these engagements into one-on-ones, and Fur, he's able to take one more. Snacks really has to step up here, but he only takes one. Neo left 1v3, not like this, VP. He has to try and clutch. Fur's holding short with the AWP. It's pivotal that Neo makes this happen. Starts to round the corner, Fur wins that duel, and there we go, SK. They will be taking third place. Look at this, that was the frag that kick-started this round on the back of a weakened by SK. They will win out this series, 16-6 on Inferno, 2-1 overall. And that means they'll be getting that invite back to the next ESG tour.
You just hate to see it. BP, they tried to come back into the game, got 3 rounds in a row, but eventually got shut down by the might of SK. Fallen with that third place. Of course not completely satisfied, but still.
It's been a while since Fallen's had to, get too excited over a third place. But yeah, I mean, good stuff from them. They looked really decent in this VP. He was a bit confused as to where they were coming out. There you go, handshakes all around. I think either team, it was more of a battle towards the end of not only for that invite, but also just kind of, like the pride of it all, right? Exactly. I mean, these guys, they came here expecting first. They end up...
Gaming. Kobo to kick things off. Let's make some noise.
Get underway with Virtus.pro buying in Neo. He'll be on a kit. Rest go right onto the armor immediately. On the other side, utility for Fallen. So the in-game leader is going to carry the bomb, a smoke, and 2 flashes, and already heading off toward the B tunnels. It's Taz and Bialy that'll play toward drop. Neo and Pasha inside of the B site. Snacks with a forward push, already looking towards Statue. Is confirmed there's no presence thus far toward A. So this 4-man system that Virtus.pro's already putting in place is great, but the flash over, Pasha has to be careful, loses vision, steps back, doesn't want to take the fight. And as he does, Bialy wins at drop, but they lose at long. And on the way through, it's Taz to take cold as well. That offsets the difference. And Neo has to fight back. Lovely shot on Phelps. It's all Fallen left on the site.
Well, we said they were good at pistols. Now it's at the Fallen in a 3 versus 1. Bomb not planted yet, but a headshot comes in. Takes Snacks down low. He still has a chance in this one. VP being a little bit caged here.
Wrapping around, though. It's going to leave Fallen nowhere to hide. No armor. Aim punch in, and Virtus.pro. First round taken with the right read to stack up the B site.
It's Bialy towards drop down. There's 2 headshots there. It's quite a standard procedure from SK Gaming. A lot of top teams doing that tactic at the moment. Smoking towards connect. They're splitting the B side there, and that stops rotations. But not really much you can do when Bialy's landing shots like that and giving them a huge advantage. As we go into the second round, no bomb planted. So, of course, that means SK Gaming will be doing the force buy here. Fallen, he doesn't get armor. He's, of course, the AWP player. So Tech9s, a couple of smokes here, and some flashbangs as well. And looking like they'll be committing 5 players towards the B side of the map as well. But Pasha, he's getting up close and personal. He knows he's probably going to be lacking Molotovs, but that's a problem. They actually do have one, but he strikes before they even actually have a chance. But Phelps capitalizes and get the first headshot.
And there was a bullet that looked like it was directed for Phelps' head, but Phelps got around the corner, so it actually went into the rocks. Kill goes back the other way. Bialy's got to be careful. Stepped out in the open because Fur is Neo. Good wraparound for Bialy. Turns inside. Low HP for Phelps, but another for him. Brings it down to a 2 versus 1. Cold becomes the main man in the situation. 1 HP for Phelps. Bomb. It's dropped down behind the statue. They're not electing to pick it up just yet. But it's Snacks in another clutch situation. Out goes Cold quick. Snacks gets one, but Phelps with 1 HP finds his 3rd kill. And SK win the second round.
That would have been an ace for Snacks as well. Phelps 1 HP. It was an interesting way to kick things off. Pasha, that's normally the correct place to be in those sort of rounds. You go play some personal with the UMP, but Fur pushes through the smoke, takes him down, and then there it is. The round slipped away, kill by kill, and the 1v1 clutch does not work out for Snacks there. They won't be force buying in return. They do get some upgraded pistols here, P250s, a couple of HE grenades, but it should be quite a simple procedure in that respect for SK Gaming. No armored player to go up against here, and they have got themselves an M4A1S in the hands of Fur, some UOPs, and the MAC-10s are very good on this map, especially like areas towards drop down, and maybe pushing towards danger as well.
So with the smoke out, Fur just make sure no one's going to be boosted up. Neo. Quick check on the P250 down toward the long corner. And it is Taco that's baiting it out, trying to figure out exactly where Neo's gone. It's inside of the site, he retreats.
We have got a 4-man stack from Virtus.pro towards the A side of the map. They do have a couple of eco approaches here. We've obviously seen that snake tactic they used back in the day. That hasn't been used for a while, but they normally get HE grenades, have a grenade the upper platform as well. But just stacking up, crossfires on the A side, and Neo will be alone towards drop down. So he needs to be careful there. It should be taken down, but he finds the frag. coldzera getting punished there with the P250. It's going to be neutralized. We're still a 4-on-4 now.
4 versus 4 with the M4. Interestingly, Fur elects to switch to the UMP. Wants movement mechanics, perhaps. There is no armor. And it's just the pistols bought up for Virtus.pro. But a much, much slower pace in the round now as over toward A. Pasha speaking in front of the hood of the car over at the long corner. It's Bialy down below that's going to have Fallen walk in, and Taz above it on the Deagle will call for the information first.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Perfect, perfect. It goes into Bialy. That's exactly what the setup was. Gets back the other way though, and Taco, nice shot from far. Fur went back to get that M4 as well as he rotated back off drop, so the distance was in his favor. But Phelps still has to contend with the fact that on top of the site, Pasha's waiting and Snacks is getting ever closer to a smoke at the door tick. For
That's
one, Pasha goes down. Yep, that should be the round because Snacks is going to try and push in. Deagle and hand found already by Fur.
That was the bomb planter who actually takes down the player waiting the site. 5 seconds remaining. If he doesn't find that kill, the round should be over, and that could have been it. That was actually a really interesting approach from Virtus.pro there. Neo towards drop down. He's by himself. A lot of pressure to find one frag. He gets it, funnels them towards the A side of the map, and that's where they've got that crossfire set up. One player towards the bottom and middle. Taz with the Desert Eagle at the top. He got one kill. I feel like he should have got a second one. Just couldn't find the shot. Just one bullet would have done it on the low HP, but it's going to be another eco here for Virtus.pro. Quite conservative play, and this is what I was talking about, that airstrike mentality. They've done this a few times. Actually going to be using them towards drop down at the start of the round. Doesn't inflict any damage just yet, but a 5-man commitment from SK to the upper platform, and Phelps with the Mac-10 opens things up.
Very fast as well. Cold gets Taz, drops down. Phelps finds Bialy, not the M4s, not the rifles, the SMGs are getting all the kills. 3 for Phelps. That's going to build his bank massively. He's up to 8250 before we're going to get the next gun round out of Virtus.pro. The first full gun round that we'll have in this game is Cold. He'll close it out, so all 5 kills do come on SMGs.
Lots of money in the bag for Phelps there, almost at $12,000. This is certainly what we'd call a bonus round. You know that the CTs are going to be buying up here with the AWPs, the M4s, but you've got a plethora of SMGs left over. UMP, 2 Mac-10s. This is when you want to go nice and fast. Snacks is actually on glass cannon as well, so these SMGs can be quite deadly here. Maybe just a straight-up rush towards drop down, have one player on the upper platform here. That would make a lot of sense with the close-range weaponry.
So the bounce Molotov will hold on. Phelps going to go through it. Caught by Bialy on the way through. 2. Looking for more. Can't get it. Cold. Mid-air. Hits the headshot back onto Bialy, but Fur coming in will take down Pasha. So all things now switching back to be SK's favor. Neo has to be careful not to overstep the mark. Doesn't have anyone spotting inside of the E-box to drop, so that's why he goes to Rock. But a nice shot from Fallen. Doesn't matter if he wants to favor his angles. It gives the man advantage to SK.
And no kits available for Virtus.pro. Got a tall order here. Snacks at that glass cannon AWP, as we mentioned before, doesn't want to commit towards B. Yeah, he's not convinced, but it looks like the bomb's about to be planted, so only to decide is up to Taz really to make something happen here. He's coming in from drop down. This kill means everything, and Cold's error. Unlucky with the timings there.
Taz will rotate back out to try and get in position immediately. AWP on Snacks. Glass cannon, no kit. Taz similarly has no kit to work with either. I believe there's one down at Rock where Neil backed off, but if not, there might be one toward Tree. I'll double check in a second. I may not get time. Taz is going to go for, he's the first one found. Taz, it's Fallen kit not required. He'll just be able to waltz in, take it full 10 seconds.
I said Taz had to have some impact there, and he finds 3 kills on the retake. The bomb is planted, but he gets some great timing there, maybe a little bit of luck as Coldzera looks away from drop down for a split second. And that opens up the window of opportunity, and Virtus.pro strike. 3-2 now. They pull one back in the first gun round there, but it was that kind of bonus round we suggested. SK Gaming did go for the drop-down rush. Equal exchange, and then they had the man advantage, but the clutch comes in from Taz. And will be a full buy here for SK. 4 AKs, and of course, Fallen, he's on the AWP. Shotgun for Pasha. He did very good at that weapon, normally towards the upper platform. Snacks very good on this map with that weapon as well, and he normally goes towards long A, but Snacks has got the AWP this time, trying to get that first pick towards middle, and this is actually a very fast approach. Look, there's 4 players towards long A here from SK Gaming. Flashbangs will come in, trying to get some long control, and we'll see whether Snacks can hold them off here.
Smoke will bloom. He didn't pre-fire the smoke. Oh, bottom middle, he's not going to fire this one. I thought maybe he had enough to get vision. But nade out instead, they'll back away. Snacks will go inside of the site. That nade did massive damage to Fur. It's Taz that gets pulled over toward the stable to try and play off of him. Pasha still has the shotgun, and they're slowly looking to go back toward the B side.
They've shown a lot of presence towards long A at this point. They've pushed the CTs back. They've boosted Phelps up here. At this point, he has the option. He can be the ruse. He can go and try and find a kill towards A, or he waits for his team to strike towards B. Then he comes in and kills the rotating players as well. Phelps will be instrumental in this. A lot of pressure for him, the new member, as his teammates do get set up towards the B side of the map. They've got smokes and molotovs to work with here, but a couple of them are low HP. It's going to be a tough round for them after Phelps to either sell a huge fake here or catch those rotating players from A.
Pasha with a shotgun, bottom drop. VP always make this weapon work. Molotov's gonna go, he's looking away. One drop down. Where's he gone? Pasha's behind them, lines them up. It's 2 with the Mag 7 because they don't even look at him. And silence pays off. It's Snacks for the AWP to look toward the smoke, but Neo's in the new cubby. And they're gonna walk immediately into his crosshair as well. Pasha closes it out, and Virtus.pro stay 4 alive to make it 3-3.
We said he was good with that weapon, Matt, and he finds 2. A little bit of a strange scenario there. The fact they're not even checking towards him. He couldn't believe his luck there. 2 great kills. Here's the replay right now. Just can even afford to miss a shot. Not bad at all. And Phelps, like we said, he had to step up. And as soon as his teammates went down, he struck towards the 8 side of the map, found nothing for it. And it falls apart for SK Gaming. They do have one more bite in the bag. We did say at one point Phelps had $12,000 after those Mac 10 kills. But double AWP set up now for Neo and co. We'll see what happens here as he'll be towards the statues. Normally Pasha who's AWPing those positions. They are changing things up slightly for this round.
Slightly indeed. Snacks on his AWP will hold off danger. He's solo in doing it because the AKs start to work into B side again. Neo tight on the statue. Can't find the lineup, but that's going to get Fallen his second kill on entry. He may not have an AWP, but he works with the AK. Response does come in, though, from Virtus.pro. Bialy tries to make that response greater still, but leaves Snacks in a 1 versus 3. Where have we seen this before? Smoke out in front. Pushes through, as only Snacks can do. But missing the opening shot, they now know exactly where he is. And can't even consider it. Tries to look back to get away. They hunt him down.
Yeah, like we said, an adjustment from the usual VP setup. It's normally Pasha AWPing that statue area, and he normally nails those shots. Neo looking a little bit overwhelmed at that stage, but great opening kills here from the Brazilian side. It's Fallen to find both of those frags. Pasha towards Chicken Coop, and then the aforementioned AWP as well. That's a simple A execution from SK. Nice and fast. The smokes go in towards the B side of the map, and actually covering off that connector door and stopping the rotations. It segregates the waiting CTs in that B side. They don't find frags. Round's pretty much over at that point. There is a buy available now for Virtus.pro. It's going to be Pasha on the AWP, as we mentioned. That's where he likes to be on this map, and he'll be going a little bit more aggressive. He probably has to this round, considering they have a mixture of pistols, UMPs, and a couple of M4s here. He knows he has to work hard here to get them the man advantage.
So the upgrade to the AWP for Pasha. Nice flash over. That is extremely good teamwork as Taco walks out to take down Pasha. Neo tries to follow in the same footsteps, goes to the AWP as well. So they'll try and have the same position covered off, but man down already.
Lovely, lovely stuff so far from SK. Flashbang comes in, takes the AWP down. They've still got a minute to work with here, so don't need to work too hard. But Taz does strike back, finds Furt, will drop down. And luckily for Cold Zero, though, he blows his head off and returns, so they maintain the man advantage here.
Another flash over. Taco's going to try and peek at himself this time. Neo gets back. Counter flash as well. Oh, he's got a chance to line up more. Just spotted him by the box. Neo. Down goes Fallen. It's a picked up AWP. It's a drop bomb, and it's a one-man advantage for Virtus.pro. But he's got to back away. He's got to be quick about getting the Chicken Coop because he's being chased down. He misses the shot, though. Phelps makes up for it. Bialy inside of the site alone, but Snacks is sneaking in the back. He's got the 5-7 to try and do it, and they're going back down to the lane because they have to pick up the bomb. That's going to give him more time to get closer. Bialy just has to watch one single angle. Shoulder shown. Snacks confirmed. They're inside of the site. He's not going aggressive just yet. Bomb drop. Bialy will fall. Snacks knows the bomb's down in that position. And Cold now considers the fact that he's on the flank, but jumping up, Snacks hits it.
Perfect positioning there from Snacks. He started off so well there for SK, getting the opening pick, having lots of time to work with. But Neo, he picks up the AWP once again, and this time he finds a couple of kills. And the clutch, of course, it's Snacks left over. 5-7 comes out, and he manages to close out the round. That was a big one for them as well. That would have broken the bank, and it looks like they've done the same favor towards SK. They're going to be towards Tech 9s and AKs as well, but they go for the force buy. In terms of money left over, there's about $300 per player, but we'll see what they can do with Tech 9's 1 AK. They do have the smokes to work with here. The B execution was so great before. Maybe let's do that again. Let's see whether Taka wants to push through the smoke. He certainly does. Desert Eagle in hand and finds the first frag.
He's going to pick up a weapon. A Mag 7, the first time, perhaps in a long time, we see Virtus.pro use it and not pick up a kill. So Wall of smokes go down in the site. Bialy wants to walk back through them, does get some vision, good headshot. Finds Cold, and immediately backs away, so they'll concede a bomb plant. If SK elect to go for it, they will. Fallen's gonna do so right now, but it's Phelps instead that becomes the X-Man. The X-Factor pushes up, finds 2, and eventually goes down to the nade, but his job more than done.
And makes it possible now, that HE kill, but going for the retake. There's one player on the other side of this door. That's Fur waiting for them. Bialy has to be aware here.
Tech9 up close, splash through, Tech9 nails it. Snacks, what does he consider? 5-7 for him in hand. He's got the AWP, but not the range to use it at that close. And Fur wraps up the round for SK, so we continue a brawl back and forth. As we split every single round, the money is very tight on either side.
Yes.
But it's Virtus.pro's turn to have to save.
Well, the force buy with the Tech9s works out. Look at their timings there. They're trying to boost up. You have to feel bad for them. Phelps mows them down. He probably can't believe his luck at that point. But what a beautifully executed tactic there. Did you see how precise all the smokes were? Not a single bit of vision there on the other half of the B map, the B bomb site. And it's going to be SK with those Tech9s picking it up. Force buy in return from Virtus.pro. They managed to get a UMP, a few pistols, and a B rush comes in. Pasha fully blind. Phelps sprays him down.
Taz as well, that's gonna walk back out, finds Cold Zero with the CZ. So pistols again, wreaking havoc as they always do, but look at Fur, through the smoke, walks in behind, and a spray down on a Mac 10, gets all 3. It's up to Snacks, 1 versus 3, and Fallen says, nah, no way, not again, this isn't New York. And SK get their 6th round.
Well, Fur managing to do a lot of damage there with the SMG, and Virtus.pro have to take an eco at this point. This force buy doesn't work out for them. It doesn't get much better for Fur as he times it to perfection there, and it's going to be 6-4 in favor of SK Gaming on the T side here. Looking very promising for this round as well. Just default pistols and 1 deagle and a P250 for Virtus.pro to work with. To be fair, Snacks has the deagle, so watch out for him, and they will be going for a little B stack this time. Just 1 player towards the A side of the map. That's going to be Taz, and fast towards B once again. This is where SK seem to be favoring right now.
Favoring indeed, and an impressive start for SK as well. We didn't know what to expect of them on this map. Very fast. A Snack's only able to land 1. Tries to use the flower pot to protect himself, but Fallen, or excuse me, Fur rather, picks up a hat trick.
He keeps getting a lot of SMG kills. That's a ton of money. For those not familiar, that's $600 per kill with that weapon. He's done that twice in a row now, but hello, Taz. He finds a free one, and he will go and get a UMP though. That's a bit of a problem. You'll see whether he can upgrade that to an AK potentially as well, and it doesn't look they'll be necessarily hunting him, so maybe he'll take the save and take this to the next round. It's certainly a very viable weapon, but looks like we have got Taco waiting on the other side of the doors here, but Taz seems to be aware.
It certainly is. UMP now upgraded to AK, so this continues to be a high-stakes grand final and a reward on the gamble from Taz to sit around and look for exits. He starts to back away. He does have a Molotov he picked up as well, which could be beneficial in the next round. We know there's a lot of choke points the CTs have to hold, but from SK's point of view, it's another round, and it's their 3rd in a row, which brings Guns obviously back in contention after the double save. They're still not in an amazing situation economically, but the AK certainly helps them.
Yeah, saving that over does help balance the books somewhat, and SK Gaming, although up against the Felica, they did lose 3 players in total. As we go into round number 12 now, 7-4, no AWP available for Virtus.pro here, and looking very promising for SK going forward. They keep going towards this B side to great effect. This execution working out so nicely. The rushes are on point, and we'll see whether they can continue this good form. Oh my God, what?
I need to see where that even was. That's at the new cubby. He wasn't fully backed into it. That is an impressive lineup. Was that even... What wall did that go through?
As soon as the smoke bloomed, he fires the shot, and yeah, we have to see that from a replay POV. I have no idea. That's absolutely nuts.
That is the best timing ever. And it actually clips the new part of the cubby. So it was a straight shot in, and that's wallable to obviously a very good degree. It was a headshot as well. Fallen. Flash is over. They'll immediately execute on the back of that opening kill, but Bialy's in between their smokes and dancing around the statue. That doesn't matter. Taco's found 2. As Taz outside of the window, he was a menace here in Cologne. Will back off, has to, and they have to save again because money's been a problem. They can't afford to continue going for retakes at this point in time.
Well, SK starting to run away with this one now. 4 rounds in a row. This B side's a real problem for VP. And to be fair, not much they can do about that. Fallen with the wallbang just as the smoke goes up as well. Pretty much textbook CS. Work the default, try and find a pick, then fully execute to a bomb site like they keep doing to great effect. And it's Taco finding his entry kills as he's coming through the upper platform as well. 2 for him this round. And no option for VP but to save at this point. Taz down to 6 HP. Snacks, I was about to say, desperately trying to hold onto his AK. Gets his head blown off there by Fur. And now does Taz quivering in the corner, trying to stay alive with his M4, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Taz will push to try and make plays to catch off Taco. who now finds his third in the round to close it out. No gun saved. And Virtus.pro, despite being back and forth early, finds themselves 8-4 down to SK on a map no one expected on the panel that we would have had it. So he fires in the first one. And so is it this wall in front that counts? No, that is on the actual new cubby. That goes straight through broken wall. Perfect lineup. Absolutely. And I'm wondering if Fallen even knew where he was aiming at, if he was expecting that he was closer.
Well, we have a timeout now, presumably coming in from Virtus.pro. The money's not in a great situation, and losing 4 rounds in a row, they will have to take another eco here. CT side, $2,100 coming into the bank accounts isn't going to be enough to work with here. So they'll take a pause, discuss what the problems right now are. To be fair, SK Gaming just playing lights out CS, using the money system perfectly there. The SMGs seem to be mowing VP down every single time. The timings on the splits and the fakes are going very well indeed. As soon as they take all the aggro away from the upper platform, all the CTs looking towards that. Players like Fur striking from drop down as they're boosting up, making them look a little bit silly. Well, there it is. The buys are starting to come in. Looks like VP will take an eco at this point, just a CZ purchase for Taz so far. A couple of PT50s in the mix. And the admin is over there as well, so potentially we have a technical issue.
And perhaps something that happened in the last round, based on the conversation.
Possibly.
Hopefully that's not the case.
I didn't see anything suspect going on, but it looks like they're ready. I can see in the chat now, so fist bumps come in. And it's going to be round number 13. SK looking great. They haven't really had to go towards A at all. I think just one procedure so far they've ended up towards there. And here we go then. 4 AKs for them. Fallen still on the AWP. And we'll have a look at the scoreboard as well. Pasha is having a pretty rough game. 3 for 11 for him. And the 2 of those kills are shotguns was drop down. Fair enough, as one of the rounds that got them the victory, but hasn't had a lot of impact apart from that. So PT50, CZs, and a 5-7 for good measure in the hands of Snacks. A couple of sets of body armor as well. And in terms of the stack, straight towards B again, and a headshot from Bialy sends Fur running. coldzera looking to pick up the pieces here. Seeing if a boost comes in. Not going to be happening though, so they're going to do a D4 right now. Don't need to overcommit, still have 1 minute 30 remaining, and this Molotov could cause a lot of damage to the boosting CTs here. They're going to have to fall back, and coldzera may find 2 kills as he locks them in.
Damage done on Fur. Snacks pushes him all the way back to Rapunzel. He's going to wait to see if there's a push through. Quick start for coldzera. Continues to look over. Hasn't committed. Careful not to get peeked out by Taz as well. And look at how many Virtus.pro players they put in position to get the kill on Fallen. Cold continues to try and wreak havoc. He's got to be so careful. Spots 2 heads. Finds one of them. Looks down. Realizes a little bit too many. And Taz will get a kill. They're going to boost up as well because that's an AK available. In fact, 2 of them. Grab one. Throw it down. Thank you very much. I'll take, well, make the throw work. Yeah. I'll take the other.
There you go. Now it's a winnable situation. Focusing towards drop down has been such a heavy part of the map. But it's Phelps.
Yep. Focusing on those guns. Phelps been able to slip in behind them immediately. Get Snacks not ready for him to be there. And Taz goes down as well. So forget those guns amounting to anything.
Decent effort though from VP. Managing to get a couple of kills or drop down. And those AKs recovered as well. But locked in, their position was given away. They was waiting for the mistake to be made. That's SK, that is. And we go into another gun round here. Round number 14. 9-4 in favor of SK. It's going to be the AWP on Pasha. And the shotgun for Snacks. Look out for Snacks towards long A. It looks like that he might get some action here as well. He is so deadly towards that part of the map with the shotgun. That's where he's heading as well. And he'll be getting up close and personal like he always does. He uses that incendiary to lock a commitment in from a terrorist and then waits on the other side of the shotgun. It's quite beautiful to watch. It might actually come in here.
And SK at 9-4 with train incoming. Could completely reverse everyone's prediction. Snacks, shotgun, gun barrel shown, headshot landed, falls down. Oh, watch out though, timing slightly off. Looked like he was gonna charge straight at Phelps, but wanted the second player along instead. And Phelps continuing to hold his own as people expected he would do when he joined this team. He leads the way with 16 frags for them. In fact, tops the server, and he adds another 17. coldzera. He'll get Taz as well. Bialy inside smoke has to pull back inside of the vent, give up the position at balcony as it is smoked off. But more importantly, there's going to be Taco rotating in between them, and Bialy's going to get caught immediately by that, which means another gun down, and a 10th round SK. No money for Virtus.pro. Pasha has to save this AWP.
He certainly does. You've had to change your name.
I don't know why that happened. I'm assuming Ebot doesn't like me. It's not my real account.
Well, there you go. There it is. Back towards the A side this time. Like we said, SK focusing so heavily towards B time and time again. And at this point, it was only Snacks really towards that side of the map. He gets 1 kill with that Mag 7, but he needed to get at least 2 there. The split came in from middle and long A. Not really much he could do. Pasha desperately trying to hold on to the AWP, and it's certainly worth the hunt here for SK. They've got a ton of money in the bank, and there it is. Taco finds it. 10-4. And it's going to be a perfectly executed half so far. No one really waking up from Virtus.pro in the last 6 rounds. and they go into number 15 here. They do manage to get another AWP, but it's Max 7s, UMPs, Neo yet to buy. He's only got $3,800, so in terms of his approach, possibly just go the M4, no nades. That's what he's opting for here. Didn't want the utility to work with here, but Snacks, he's back on the AWP, and I say he has to go a little bit more aggro this time. He's actually heading towards B, which is normally Pasha's stomping ground.
Pasha, speaking of, does have that Mag 7 close to the wall. Set ablaze, so we can't step on it just yet. Fallen again, that same lineup. But smoke set and ready. Forward of said smokes. Pasha, does he catch them off this time? Quick pop flash back out, bounced from far. Pasha waiting, he's gonna go, oh, the flash timing is perfect. Taco gets him down, no chance for Pasha to strike, nice shot, Snacks up close. And a straight flash high in the sky, they won't be able to dodge, means he can go back for more, and he certainly will. Finds a second and a third. Snacks on fire, what a shot! As he picks up a fifth for Virtus.pro to close the half.
That's what we needed from Snacks. Fire the team back up. It's 10-5, but after that sort of round, they'll be right back into this one. Certainly still a winnable half. It was a beautiful display of Counter-Strike there from the SK side, but Snacks back to form with this AWP, getting the job done. So many perfect shots here. Very good to see that.
I'm going to have to start paying Snacks because he's literally giving me a demo reel of CV clips every single time he makes these plays happen.
Yeah, he certainly tests you. On Cobblestone, it seems every single time as well.
Gotta love it.
And there you go. 10-5, SK Gaming. After losing the pistol, they win the second round there and managed to get double digits, so they'll be very happy with that half. But like I said, that last round, a big display like that from Snacks will get the team fired up and ready to win this pistol. They're the masters of comebacks on this map. They've done it many times before. They'll be fine with this. They never give up. And we'll see whether they can pick up the pistol on the second half on the T side. Like we said, most teams opting towards the B side these days. Maybe an A split. Occasionally using that same smoke towards connector to stop the rotations, and I'll have a look at the buy for you now and see if we can work out which sort of direction they'll be heading in. 2 sets of armor, and actually 3 smokes and a Molotov as well. This will be a very tactical execution in match. So they have the option, of course, to do the wall of smokes towards B, or they can do an A execution with the smoke connector and balcony as well, maybe towards the bomb site. I would say it'll be the former. Get towards that B side of the map, use the Molotov towards Chicken Coop, and then flush out any CTs. They're going to use it for the stairs, so this will be quite a fast commitment considering they've actually used that already. Look behind them, though.
This is interesting because Fur's already pushed up.
Yeah.
He's already inside the halls. He's passing Dragon Lore. He's past Dragon Lore. He's outside of drop. So Cold can hold him off. Speaking of drop, that's where they enter from. Good trade, but look at Fur. Arrival immediately. 2 quick kills. Taco. He gets Pasha, and according to the config, he saves Phelps in doing so, which leaves him alive, meaning 4 stay alive, meaning SK now pick up 11. Second half pistol as well. And this is way more impressive than I expected to see from SK.
Yeah, looking very good so far, but SK, they take the risk. Fur pushing through the middle doors there. It's a big play to make, but it pays off. If you get this sort of scenario, you're coming in the back, they don't expect you whatsoever, that's worth its weight in gold. Absolutely fantastic by him. Virtus.pro, that's why they had to operate so quickly towards that B side of the map. They weren't watching the flanks there, Fur, but they just didn't expect him to come in that quickly. Here we go then, he'll be continuing his aggression towards middle. Doesn't find anything just yet. Decent HE grenade takes Taz down to actually 0 HP now, and Fallen on the other side will be defending long A.
And he'll back down as well through danger immediately. The UMP to hold off mid is going to rotate back around. Careful not to get, I think, team damage there perhaps. Only 96, maybe it was a tag through the door. Tracers were flying either way. Either way, that said, they'll fall away and retain the man advantage. It's Taco and Phelps that have to be careful of the rotation back over to B. And I say that specifically because peeking down long, it's a UMP versus Deagles. Specifically, Neo's Deagle.
Indeed, a lot of damage being inflicted by the CTs here. Neo committing another HE grenade. The strike remains, and it's going to be Taco taking them down. And he still wants some more kills here. Actually, Phelps pushing through the smoke at this point. Snacks found some positional control here towards connector. They won't be anticipating it. He can't quite find the shot, but there it is finally. And there's still now a winnable situation, 3-on-2. And Pasha found a kill as well.
Slows things slightly because the UMP picked up on Snacks, and him slipping in behind. He's gone by Cold Zero. Could be huge. Making a bit of noise. I think Cold Zero is going to hear him, but they're going to face off against each other. As soon as he walks out, Fur against Bialy, I was going to say it's the exchange they need. If Snacks have been able to spot up another one sooner, good headshot from Far. That round might have turned very quickly, but bomb getting dropped before Snacks could do anything about it.
Yeah, that's the problem there, the bomb going down. forced by not leading to a bomb plant means you are going to be full eco going forward and limited after that as well. Probably no AWP coming out of Virtus.pro. Didn't get the bomb down in the pistol either, so this is rough. 12-5, almost certainly going to be 13-5, and then a difficult gun round to kick things off as well. SK Gaming more than happy to stay on the SMGs here. 3 UMPs and MP9 just fallen on the M4A4 here. Smoke towards middle to lock out the terrorists here on the mid doors, and maybe going to be pushing through this. Would be a bit of an interesting procedure, but we'll see whether it works out for him. If he dares to go through.
Flash out from Fallen so he can peek. Passive hold from Bialy. Virtus.pro used to be known for that as well on pistols. They would sit and stack on the left side of that small archway when you do go out toward T-spawn and let teams push through, because Fur, we saw, actually did do it on the pistol. Teams would often wrap around fast, force teams over to B, and lock them in with a fast flank. But we haven't seen that in a long time because, much like the smoke on Nuke from G2's pistol, it became telegraphed and it was easy to counter. Fur does spot them trying to walk in, bottom middle, good shot, gets headshot at that, quick reload. And goes for more, but gets taken down by Pasha. Fallen has to be careful because he now doesn't have a support system. They get toward top mid before he can back away. He gets pinched off. Thankfully, he does get back, and it's the stables with smoke to go through. He's going to chase down one. Careful not to get refragged as he has his back turned, but low HP. Cold's able to pick up one. Fallen finds the other. And it's just Neo remaining, tapping from far for no effect.
Not much they could do there. They only find one kill Virtus.pro with the Glocks, and I said this first round was going to be rough. They can get the AWP just about. It would be a full glass cannon. Opting against it, it's going to be 5 AKs here. It's not a problem necessarily. SK Gaming, though, they'll be staying on their SMGs. To be fair, it's a big talking point of Counter-Strike right now. The UMPs in general are very viable in these situations and can be used effectively, almost as good as the rifles in close-range encounters. So, all for Fallen, though, of course, he'll have his choice of where he wants to go. No up against him, and he's going towards long A for now.
Smokes go down other directions. Slight gap in this one. That's quite tasty.
I'm going to have a look at how one-way that is.
Quite a bit. Bialy's going to go find out. This is the moment. Oh, Cold, get your head back up. Pre-fires it. Bialy, Cold waiting for it. Smoke's going to be gone, but he goes, times it well. Bialy goes down. Now it's up to Fallen. Over on the other side of the map. Long A corner, flashed off, fires in, didn't land it. Has to be careful. Smoke Bloom just got around the corner. And he'll take one more cheeky shot inside of the smoke before retreating in full to the A site.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy commitment there, but what a shot from Neo to take down Taco. He tried to get some information there towards the upper platform, but gets his head blown off in return. And Neo now alone towards B, trying to sell something here, but look in the corner. We're going to have a player waiting for him. It's Phelps, and this could be a very interesting encounter. If they actually manage to take Neo down here, they're going to know it's an A-sided attack. The bomb rotating over, though.
Fallen rotating over as well, though. So I'm surprised the bomb goes that early. Neo has forced rotations. The option would be if Snacks get down drop, they could still wrap it back to A, but 35 seconds. It's now Taz and Pasha that have to push the other direction and get to B. And Swarm SK, oh, but I say that, end time starts to favor it. They're going back. Nice shot, SK, to start it off, that's fine. But more importantly, Pasha's holding them off. Snacks is alone to try and get the bomb down. 20 seconds, and he's alone in completion, even without his teammate on the other side. And Fallen holds it with the AWP. It's 14 rounds SK. This is a battering that I did absolutely not see coming on Cobblestone.
Oh, well, we were calling 2-0 for Virtus.pro. The way they played in the semi-final, I didn't see this happening at all. SK presenting some very good CS right now, but Virtus.pro looking flat, I have to say. It's a partial buy. They are a maximum loss bonus after this round on the T side. So Tech-9s, Smokes, some body armor to work with as well. You would assume it's the B-side execution. You're very lucky to get the bomb down, and I don't think we've seen a single plant as of yet, but this is getting very close to map point now in the grand final. Phelps ready to strike once again, gets blinded though.
Problem is he missed the jump as well, blinded. He's limited in the corner. Who's going to get vision first? Somehow Phelps is still there, but he only gets one. That's the factor, because now it's Bialy to follow back and make this a 3 versus 3. Molotov will go down, but bomb already planted. Cold Zero, he's got 2 kills, pushes in and takes advantage of the fact they're planting, and he gets all 3 to make it now map point for SK.
Beautiful stuff there from SK Gaming, holding off the B-sided execution. They do get the bomb down, VP. I said that had to be a factor there. They go into maximum loss bonus, but the $800 helps them bring out the AWP if they want to, but it's 10 map points in a row here. Here's Cold Zera. The replay gets blind, but still whips out that USP, finishes things off. Oh, lovely shot there. And we go into round number 21. Like I said, the AWP's a possibility now. Snacks will be wielding it. Pasha seems a little bit rattled with the AWPing. We haven't really seen him pick it up too much here. He normally does on Cobblestone, and that was a key factor for me in this tournament. Double AWP setup, though, for SK Gaming. It's actually Taco on the secondary AWP, not Cold Zera, so interesting adjustment there as well.
So Fur will smoke himself off. Try and hold ground. Fallen, meanwhile. Ooh. Fur found immediately inside of that smoke. Didn't see it from that perspective. I'm wondering how much was showing or if it was just a chance shot through. But Fallen on the op now has to backpedal, and the problem is they've got to corner, so Cold rotating the balcony. Has to cover Pasha just to keep Fallen alive, who's occupied so heavily down below. Good shot from Phelps. Third rotation is the one to drop the bomb from Pasha. But they've got the man advantage on the Virtus.pro side, and Bialy starts to be part of the equation. He's got toward the top of drop. He can easily flank them out. He may not need to. Good trade from Taz. Phelps goes down, and Bialy, he's made it in toward drop. Taco, even if he wants to escape at this point, is going to be greeted, and I think Bialy's aware of that. And as that just goes toward the B site, so he can't rotate back that direction to save the AWP.
Well, keep them alive on this map. It's a 3 versus 1 in their favor. That's the good news. Bialy should be taking down Taco here, but he seems to be aware this could be a possibility. The no-scope comes in! Headshot! And now it's a 2-on-1.
Oh, X-Ray's misleading. He's behind the hut, so it's not a possible shot. But it nearly was lined up correctly. Taz now has to hold off. Taco's going. First kill, he's got courage. Dutch courage. As Snacks starts to get his AWP set at corner, and Taco looking that direction. Snacks doesn't need to move, though. He's got the cross covered. And Taz is watching the only other direction into the site. Taz spots as well. Does Snacks peek? Yes, does. Oh. And Virtus.pro pick up 6.
A bit scary there, the 3-on-1. Attack on the AWP as well. Hits that no-scope. And double orb set up this time for Virtus.pro. They pick up the other orb. If that's going to be their downfall, yet to be seen. They can't afford to lose a single round here. And here's the initial frag from Neo through the smoke, of course. He finds Fur. But Taco certainly made that quite exciting. And here we go. Round number 22. Virtus.pro now need 9 in a row. Double orb setup, 3 AKs, utilities to work with as well. And they'll be focusing on a default for now, heading towards 8. You know, to use all the flashbangs and get that long A control, push those CDs back, you deny the vision at that point. And in terms of the orb, it's in the hands of Fallen. He's towards middle though, but smoked off for now. Fur will be alone towards long A. And no one committing just yet from Virtus.pro. They're waiting for the smokes to dissipate and see what vision's available to them.
So for what it's worth in Taz's determination, he sits 15 and 15. Therefore, if you want to look into it, not sure if that's an actual true statistic based on saving, but died every time they lost. Bialy has 15 kills as well, 13 snacks. Pasha's only on 6, and he's had an incredible tournament. He's back on form, but it's costly, especially for the AWP player on a map such as this. Meanwhile, on the other side, Fallen lags behind with 10, but it's the rest of the team dead on, and Cold, Fur, and Phelps with great frag totals. Neo doing battle from inside of danger. It's Taz that's going to find Fur. That opens up long, and Virtus.pro, something to work with. Remember, it was this map, although on the CT side, that they had the massive comeback against North.
It did indeed. They have the 5-4 for now, though. Taking down Fur, who's a long A, but Fallen still patrolling that side of the map. But Pasha misses the big shot. Things are neutralized as Taco gets the kill.
Hold steady for Bialy. Cold. They'll cover off one angle. That pulls Bialy in, and it was tradable. They had Phelps in position. Cold needs to watch drop alone. That'll pull Phelps back out to support, but good entrance from Virtus.pro. It's Neo. Finding the first immediately. Taco back to the wooden doors, has Phelps swinging, but Snack's already inside of the lane. Covers him off before he can get vision of Neo, but the flames in front of Neo. It favors, it works. Taco walks out before he needs to peek, and it's a 1 versus 2. Fallen, clutch this, win game. Don't clutch. We go another round, and their money will be gone. He spotted the knee on the jump.
Yeah.
But he's waiting, he's hoping that they're gonna peek again. And so far, they aren't. The question is, does he just walk in and take the fight? Time, tipping away, goes for it, Neo's ready.
Neo finds the kill. To be fair, Fallen didn't have the kit there. He may have outstayed his welcome towards that drop-down position. Even if he finds that kill, it's very unlikely he can win the round, but Virtus.pro finding that kill towards long A, the default working out for them. Take down Fur, holding up, seeing the reactions from the CTs. They do lose a player in the process, but in towards the B side, planting the bomb there with 1 second remaining as well. It's a little bit tight, but they keep their heads above water for now. So SK Gaming still have a huge bed of rounds to work with here. 8 in a row now for Virtus.pro, so they don't have to keep force buying or anything like that. They can take these full ecos, and that's absolutely fine. Just try and do some damage to the economy going forward to that next round of VP. And Phelps, he's getting a little bit aggressive towards upper platform on B. Not going to spot anything for now. Virtus.pro know a single mistake and someone being caught out of position could cost them this map. They're still keeping their eyes on the comeback.
Phelps going to push on the Deagle with Pasha to the left. Goes back instead. Oh, spots up where Pasha is. Flirts with the idea of the one dig. Doesn't quite work out for him. Fallen, meanwhile, still watching over toward A. Means Fur and Taco with the information that Phelps has received. We'll start going back over toward B. He's trying for this, isn't he? Quick reload. Mass switch animation to get rid of the final bit of that reload clip animation that does come through. Fallen, good push through to catch out Taz. Is going to pick up a weapon, but Pasha has finally solved Taco's position. Phelps gets what he's been waiting for. Not quite the headshot, but now he's got Bialy in front, clipped through the wall, down to 32 with another shot. The third one will take him completely down altogether, and he's got an AK, and he's going to push forward to take map control away. He's got to be careful with his push, though. A lot of noise. Knife drawn. And Snacks ready on the op, now at 2 versus 2, and the gun that they had is gone.
30 seconds remaining now. Snacks has to run the bomb all the way towards A.
Look at Neo. Neo's inside of the site. He's holding off on A, but Cold is inside of the hut. So he's not going to be able to spot him. He has to consider the Snacks. He has to know he can be peeked. He doesn't. He looks to door. Drops the bomb. 12 seconds. Neo should have time to get this and get back, but he's got to be very quick. And the question is, oh, Molotov goes to the right, not to the left. He's held up. Oh, he missed it.
Can't do it.
He can't do it. He stopped to take the fight, but he gets the kill. An overface from Fur. They had the game, and he goes, and Neo gets a little bit of luck, and they'll find another round.
They just Bialy typed GG as that happened. He thought it was done. And somehow, Neo wins the situation. He couldn't actually plant the bomb anymore. For those who are not aware, when it doesn't read 4 on the clock, if it says 3, you cannot plant the bomb. He actually makes a mistake. They go to throw the Molotov, can't plant at that point, and then the commitment comes in for the remaining SK player and gives his kill away for free and keeps Virtus.pro alive here. That's insane.
Fur must have thought he absolutely made it and wanted to get ground on him, given that he had the pistol.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'll look back at that and think, wow, I could have actually just won the game with a pistol by doing nothing. I could have just actually just sat there and been AFK and won the round.
It is a split-second decision, but that's a bizarre one. So I've not quite seen that before.
The idea is he's trying to, when he's got that commitment of having to take 4 seconds out of his round to actually plant the bomb, he wants to get as close as he possibly can with the pistol here. But Taco, let's get back into this round. Pasha taken down, and it's going to be a 5-on-4. Still going to be a Phelps on the UMP, so a little bit of a disadvantage there. They get some drop-down control here as well. Caldera waiting by the window.
Taco will wait to watch the arch side of drop E-box. The electrical box inside of it. That's why it's named that by some people.
Yeah, I wonder why you called it that.
Yeah, there is an electrical box on the wall. It's like danger with the sign.
Interesting.
Chad told me that. He's a smart lad, that Chad. Taco, though, will wait with smoke deployed. Do not have full vision, but they can see above the smoke. Doesn't quite get the shot.
Oh! So that's what we really have to worry with. Obviously, different lineup with SK, so it's difficult to take too much away from that. But the good news is for VP, they had an epic series against Nallis Vincere. It was like quad overtime, maybe triple overtime, and they've got a lot of information to gather there. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The final map of DreamHack Masters Las Vegas. SK Gaming versus Pro. Winner takes everything.
All in, high stakes. Some higher than others. Apparently, if Taz wins, he gets an E-Class Mercedes. I don't know if that was broken English. It means they all win it, and he was just addressing Taz. Either way, not a bad prize. Neo, quick shots down mid. Backs off, gets the information that they are there for Fallen. Cold, Phelps now in the window as well. As he makes the jump across, it's Taz that's overwhelmed, has to look both directions, can't do it. And Phelps, he fights forward. Good shot by Neo to pull back on the fact that Fur was inside of the jungle position. Bomb still going to be planted. Late rotation, Pasha just getting in position at CT. Neo still locked off as well inside of connector. Has a long shot to hit. Bomb's not laid perfectly so that he can dart and dash and control the angle. It's fractionally to the right, as we see it right now, where Pasha is, of where Neo would prefer. But Pasha's got a lot of room inside of the site. In fact, all the way through already, and Snacks getting Fallen. He's going to clear out A main. Taco should be revealed as Snacks spots him up. It's Cold. That is the factor. He has to walk out late. They bypassed it. He knows he has the post plant. They check A main. They've checked everywhere. They haven't checked connector. Cold goes for the first, can't line it up. They're already on the defuse. All three of them will block, and it's going to be a meat shield defense. They get the defuse, and not quite. Not quite the extra mile.
He loves a knife, that guy, and he almost gets it there. But coldzera, he also comes very close to winning that round at the 3 versus 1. You're right, they weren't really aware connector was a possibility. As soon as coldzera strikes, he does a lot of damage there, but he just runs out of bullets and can't finish it off. If he has a few more, potentially shuts it down, but not meant to be. And as we go into round number 2, Virtus.pro do take an early lead here. And no force buy, of course, from SK Gaming. They got the bomb down in that pistol round. We need to get the AK-47 down in the 3rd. Objective this round, purely to try and get the bomb down. If you get a couple of kills in the process, that's amazing. But they'll be looking to round number 3 ultimately.
Cold actually hit the first shot on the peak as well. But very smart from Virtus.pro to line everyone up, make sure the bullets didn't go through, and catch the person on the defuse. So Neo will drop a decoy back away, leaves them thinking there might be someone on the other side of the smoke that now dissolves on catwalk. Taco waiting in Palace as well as mid-control. Covered off from SK, Virtus.pro with guns more than willing to allow them to have it, and they go for 3 SMGs as opposed to the 5 you talked about on Train with SK. Taz spots Phelps yet again going toward the window, setting a pace and a precedent early in that position. And Taz last time, remember, was surrounded. This time he plays further back in jungle so that he's ready for when they walk up. Connector still gets tagged, and Phelps, he will push in. So similar effect. Taz does one better this time.
Well, they managed to get a kill here. Like I said, the objective really is to get that bomb down. That will really boost their chances. Every kill they make as well is going to be forcing reinvestment from the CTs. That certainly helps. They've actually got a chance here as they make their way towards the A side. The bomb's in towards connector. Not overcommitting just yet, but there it is. Snacks trying to hunt for something here. Does a lot of damage towards Taco. Cannot find the frag just yet, though.
Phelps waits inside of the vent to make sure they can't push through. Bomb now goes behind him. Connector to A. Fallen is surrounded by both Bialy at fire, Snacks at A main. And with Phelps down in the jungle position, and he now dropping bomb. This looks like it may not even get planted. 8 seconds, they're gonna try and hold to it. Bialy will walk out from fire. Oh, he doesn't have a lineup, thankfully. Snacks hits it because a bomb plant would have been massively beneficial for SK. 2 bomb plants to start it off would mean not only the force buy here, but even more utility on the force buy.
Yeah, it's $800 per every time the bomb goes down, so that's why it's so valuable to try and get that in there. Almost went down, like you said, the lineup wasn't quite there for the player lurking on the bomb side there, but here it comes. The SK Gaming force buy with the AK-47s here. They managed to get themselves 2 smokes, make it 3, and the AKs, of course, no real full upgrade from Virtus.pro. They keep the UMPs in hand.
Smokes land window, and it was just one. It looked like it might have been 2. It looked like it missed, but I didn't quite see it. As I snapped over, I admit this because I'm looking to see what rotations are going to happen on the back of Neo being pushed up on catwalk. This allows Pasha to get inside of the apartments a little bit deeper with a smoke down as well toward the kitchen. Fur and cold again. It's all mid from SK early in all 3 of these rounds. Pistols or guns doesn't seem to matter in that sense. And Fallen will wait toward A main if they can clear out connector. He'll start to go in on Bialy, who waits at firebox with the UMP. Neo backing off, spots a shoulder. This gives the map control on catwalk. He's got to go all the way back inside of the site. Does have Pasha to set a crossfire with, but more importantly, they get bomb into the window room via the ladder. So Taz again will come under threat. Good play, Snacks. As Fallen is caught, Taz peeks right, but can't land it. Hits bullets into the vent, and Cole's able to take it back down with the AK. Back over toward B that the bomb's going, because when they lose Fallen at the front of the A site, they actually gain more ground over toward B, and Pasha now falling. It leaves Neo to rotate back in. Good time, as he does decent damage, but a better shot from coldzera, who's up to 3 kills in the round. And it's Snacks rotating over first. Follow-up from Bialy, who's just getting in toward the checker room at this point in time. Kit for Bialy. And one just in front of Snacks, but he won't get that far. 4 kills for coldzera. And he's got a chance, timing off, to find the ace, but it's only with 1 HP if he does. Taco's low as well. They have to play this as a team. Forget individualism. They need to win the final. That's all they care about. And as they spot it, down goes Cold. If he hits this shot, it's a problem, because that's the high HP, but Fur, he'll stand his ground.
That's why he's considered one of the absolute world's best players, Matt. Even in the 5-on-3, he's actually finding map control, never giving in, and manages to actually find 4 kills in total. Very well done by coldzera. Neo actually opened things up very nicely there. I thought that was going to be a real solid round, and then Snacks joining in with a UMP. It's a difficult round for them to pick up. Obviously, they had 3 UMPs going into that. That's what we call the bonus round. We've explained that a few times this week. But they still have money left over going into round number 4 here. AWP in the hands of Snacks, and Pash will be slightly limited with the Mag 7. Same story for Neo as well, who's on the pistol. It's still a viable round with Snacks. Very competent over. Let's see whether he can actually find his first pick as he goes towards middle. The flashbang successful, but the shot is not.
Shot is not. smoke goes down. Snacks could still see above that, but Taz will hold off now inside a connector on his own. The UMP, meanwhile, Fallen inching closer to Pasha's position. And Pasha not pushing through just yet. This time, they want to pinch off mid, but good smoke usage from SK is going to lock them all out of position, and Neo has to round back at the corner, which means he's spotted by Cold, who's trying to do the damage he can. Jump across Neo. Doesn't need to reface on it. Not only that, he's also the one with the 5-7, so it's not like the range game is perfect for him from that position. So 4 for 4 now in rounds. Good shot. Snacks spots it, predicts it. Phelps tries to go for the jump again. But 4 for 4, they've tried to go for mid. This time, Virtus.pro playing more passive will catch them off, and Phelps or Cold Zero. Nice shot, Snacks.
Disgusting shot there from Snacks. Fallen didn't know what on God's name happened to him there, but it's going to be just Cold Zero. But don't put that against him because he's very good in these clutch situations. Only has 30 seconds remaining. That's a bit of a problem. And the fact that the bomb is down as well, it's very unlikely he can find a victory here, but maybe he can find a couple of kills. He does have CTs boosting next to him. That'll make a bit of a noise and give away their position, but